What's up, everybody? Thanks for tuning in to the Undrafted and Overconfident podcast on a Monday, February 23rd, 2026. I'm Jason Semko. With me, Brandon Bigo Gordon.
Oh, man. February's over, almost over, man. The Olympics are over. Like, there's very little to look forward to now.
It is odd. The Olympics were really a nice bridge after some football to kind of keep me superly invested. But I'm not going to lie. Until baseball regular season starts, it's a little dicey on the attention I'm going to give to some sports.
Yeah, well, but lucky for you listeners, we've got a few things that you can look forward to a few things to catch your eye, maybe a new sport that will catch your entertainment. Yes. So we got you guys taken care of. So relax, take a deep breath, enjoy the soothing sounds of Semko and Bigo's voices, and we'll take you to Glory Town. That sounds weird, but we're going to go with that. But before we even go to the Olympics, because that's the main story, Semko, I got an update for you, man. So I did confirm that Kurt Imre is active on the Book of Face.
Is he really?
He is active. I texted you earlier today. He's active right now.
Oh, no.
Right now he was active. And you were like, are you messaging him? I was like, you know what? I can't. I have to do it on the podcast. That's what this is for.
And that's great radio.
Great radio. So sadly, he hasn't been active since I texted you.
No.
But he was active 2 hours ago. That means that he's checking this thing. He's on the socials.
Maybe he'll get a notification.
A little ping.
If you send a message.
Maybe we send a message now.
Poke him.
We got it, and then we'll I know I'm not gonna poke Kurt, but I'll send him a message on this cast, and then by the end of the cast, let's see if he's responded. What do you think?
I love it.
All right, so I'm gonna send him a message. Anything just nonchalant, hey, how's it going? Or should I say, hey man, there's this podcast that's been talking about it every week, or hey, Semko says what's up, or what should I say?
You should say what's up, man, something like that. And Semko and I are doing a podcast. We mention you every week.
Okay,
what do you think?
I was gonna do something that's like, hey buddy, you excited about the Scrubs coming back?
Oh, that might work.
That might be the icebreaker.
Yeah.
And see if he goes Eagle or something like that, and then we'll break it in. What do you think?
Yeah. Then hit him hard with so we do a podcast.
Yeah. Because I don't want to just alert him and be like, oh my God. So I'll say, what's up, buddy? You pumped about Scrubs coming back? Should I do a Scrubs reference? Phase 5 or something along those lines?
Yeah. Trying to think of a good little one-liner that Kurt would like.
Hugh Jackman was Wolverine.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, we'll do Hugh Jackman was Wolverine. And then, guys, as you listen, you will find out in real time, as we do, if we get a Kurt Imre response.
Perfect timing, because I think after 16, this is our 16th episode, which is perfect because that actually, I love Kurt to death. I hated that was his number. And since he was in Tri-Pi first,
yes, he got seniority.
He always got to wear number 16.
I didn't know 16 was your number.
It was my number,
really?
But I never got to wear it. So I just had to stick with my backup, which was only because when you're playing like house basketball, the shirts are in they start off with 1 and up to 10, and it goes from small to extra large.
Yeah.
Well, I was always a small,
so
I had to be number 1.
Oh, you had to be number 1.
I don't like that. I didn't want to put that on my back.
You don't want to be a zero, Agent Zero. You don't want to be
because no one believed in me.
Oh wow. Hey, so you would have fit right in. You would have fit into that.
I know, I should have. But yeah, so I always had to be number 1, and I always would ask Kurt, come on, man, think you can hook me up one season? And he was
adamant.
I mean, he's one of those guys that if you wanted to get his number in the league, in NFL or soccer, he'd make you pay out the wazoo for it.
Yeah, if he was in the NFL and somebody came in, hey, can I buy your number? He would ask for millions.
Yeah.
Now, on the other hand, if a woman asked for his number, he would give that away for free, but that just never happened.
No, it didn't.
Yeah, so you didn't have to worry about that. All right, a little Kurt Imre jab. We'll keep you posted. I've got it live. I'll see if he responds tonight.
I hope he does.
Oh, man, that'd be so exciting. But we'll get right into the juicy bits of it, man. The Olympics are over, but what a finish, right? USA.
USA. USA. USA.
Suck it, Quebec.
Yeah.
But USA Canada, man, hockey. What a way to end the Olympics for us. Not for everybody else. The rest of America's the rest of the world probably couldn't give two flying Fs. But for us, white knuckling. I mean, on the anniversary, the day
it just couldn't have been scripted any better.
The day 46 years ago is when we last won it. Miracle on Ice, absolutely incredible. Probably one of the greatest hockey games I've ever seen.
I'm so glad I wasn't like working or anything,
right?
Because I was just glued to that TV.
I had two kids running around. Daddy, will you play? I was like, no, find something else to do. Like, this is the one time where Daddy's going to ignore you for the television. I am sorry.
I mean, the last time this happened was like 16 years ago. In a final. So for a gold medal. So, yeah, I guess, if it's every 16 years, you can ignore your kids once every 16 years.
Just every once every 16 years. I mean, that's not a lot. It's a lot less than a lot of other parents, so I'll take it.
There you go.
But, I mean, man, it's like it had a lot of that same feeling. I mean, we weren't around for that Miracle on Ice, but it had a lot of that same feeling in the sense of David versus Goliath.
It was.
Canada was this big, scary monster, all the weapons on offense. And, we were these plucky guys that had good defense, hell of a goalie. And, could we, just scrap together and have a hell of a game? And it was exactly as we had hoped for. We'll talk about the end of the game, but, man, that Boldy goal was incredible.
That was awesome.
Right?
I think I do like Eddie Olshick, who's like the play-by-play.
Yeah.
But he couldn't have been more right. There probably were tens of thousands of kids that after that game went out and tried that move and will try that move in games like ASAP.
I mean, the NHL could not have been happier because it got a whole new generation of kids hyped about hockey.
Definitely.
I mean, there's too many things to talk about that game. We can talk about some of our highlights. Obviously, the paddle save that Helly had.
Braden Holtby against Vegas.
There you see. Yeah, I love that you bring it back to the Caps. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
And he was just standing on his head. I mean, what was it, 41 saves?
Yeah.
Compared to 28, 41-28. I mean, what a lopsided, shots on goal number that is in an Olympic goal game.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. They had a 5-3 man, two-man, coverage over us for 2 minutes, no goals. And defense just stood up strong.
That I've never seen that game. Those U.S. players, I mean, they left everything out there.
Yes, they knew how important it was, not only for them but for everyone.
Yeah,
it's been so long, such a drought. Oh my God.
And I was telling my wife beforehand because she hadn't really been following so much, and she's like, "Yeah, how do we match up against Canada?" And I was like, "Man, if you really look at it on paper, the U.S. has one advantage." That I'd say that they're better at.
We're better than them in this.
And it's the goalie.
The goalie.
Thank God we have the world's best goalie.
Connor, the Venzina winner.
3-time.
3-time Venzina.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, and he played like it and he had to.
Yeah.
And, I mean, the team rallied. I mean, they got some sticks in there when they had to. I mean, I love Brady Tkachuk, but when he lost his stick, and he just dove to try to block a pass if a guy was going to pass it. I mean, you're just
laying your body on the line.
Yeah.
And we saw it. I mean, the hero, the golden goal winner, Jack Hughes. Talk about a transition. He gets crushed in the face, 2 teeth knocked out. Yep. I think it was a slashing or high stick major. So it was 4 minutes in the box, and we're like, okay, we got a 4-minute penalty. And then I don't know if people we'll get to the goal, but do you also recall that he actually tripped the guy and then had to go in the box? So what a roller coaster! He took it to the face, gave us a man advantage, and then turned around and gave him a 2 minutes penalty back
right at the end of the game.
Right at the end of the game. Holy cow! And then to come back and win the game in overtime, I mean, that guy's, he's a legend.
Yes, him and Hellebuck will forever be. It's like what is it? Eruzione is who they always talk to from the 80s.
God. I'm getting tired of Eruzione. I love him to death, but Jesus, man,
I wonder how the other players feel. Are they like, this guy was really kind of like a dick?
Yeah, right.
Oh, absolutely. He have to be our spokesman?
He's our spokesman. Yeah, it's because he scored the goal.
I know
he scored the goal. But yeah, he reminds me of the Miami Dolphins, the team that went undefeated. The 72 Dolphins. Yeah. He's like, this is me. Are you gonna bring me out of the woodwork every now and then when we get close?
Yep.
And now I don't know if they will. So good on you, Ruziano. You kind of carried us there. The new guards here to kind of take over from there. But, man, again, we'll go into a little bit more. I talked about Jack Hughes. Quinn Hughes, his brother, had the overtime winner in the quarterfinals game. That family is just nuts. Going back to Boldy, did you see that they were talking about his mom? They screenshotted. She's a bartender in Massachusetts.
No.
And they screenshotted, like, the bar that she works at. My wife hates Boston accents. She can't stand it with a passion. So, of course, I had to be like, sweetheart, she's a bartender from Boston. Come on. And she's like, I'm leaving. I'm not going to watch this anymore if you're going to do a Boston accent. But, so cool. Just these guys come up from nothing. And, we're always second fiddle to Canada when it comes to this sport.
Yeah.
So, for us to do it against Canada, are you a little bitter that it didn't go against Crosby since he couldn't play?
To be dead honest with you, I was so happy he wasn't playing because I love Sidney Crosby. I told you before. I was happy that he got the game-winning goal when they did beat the U.S. It's a weird feeling. I was happy, but not
mixed emotions.
Yes. I'm glad if Canada was going to win that game and in that fashion that it was Crosby that scored the goal. So to have to sit there and root against him because he got one. So I'm like you're kind of like you. You're like, well, you don't.
See there you're coming aboard
a little bit on that one, but I didn't have to sit there and root against him. And
so it was a best of both worlds.
It really was.
I don't like that for you. I want you to have to suffer in some point.
I was just full on go America, not wanting to see if Crosby was going to make some crazy play. He just wasn't out there.
This is just one of those games that just felt like it was destined for us to win this game. It was destined for us to win this game. You can talk about the on the day 46 years ago. You can talk about Johnny Hockey and getting to celebrate him and his untimely passing. But you can also just look at the game. It's like Canada had so many opportunities to put that away. Not McKinnon. Well, McKinnon had. We'll talk about McKinnon because I got something to say. Oh
yeah, we do.
But Connor McDavid had a breakaway. Helly stops him. Celebrini had two, and that second one, I was like, somebody fight this guy. When he went skates up right into Helly and drove him into the goal, I was like, somebody take this guy out. You can't do that to our best player and get away with it.
I know, but you just can't get into that fight with the rules. I know. Brady would have been out.
Oh my God!
So fast.
We talked on the last pod. We really wanted to see a Tom Wilson Brady fight. Never happened,
dude. But they were going after Tom a little bit, though.
Yeah, they should. Because they knew that if they didn't, he'd come after them.
I thought that set the tone that we don't care if you guys are bigger, more physical. We're gonna come hunt you.
Yeah.
If you're not heads on a swivel, Tom and anybody else, we're coming for you all.
And much like you with Crosby, it was weird rooting against Tom Wilson, but seeing him at the end, I think it was the second period, talking to the rest, was well, he pushed me. I was like, that's kind of funny. I was like, you're the biggest guy on the ice right now, man. Come on.
Yeah.
This is kind of what you do.
Yeah.
But, we can talk about it after the game. I watched all the way through them getting the medals.
Me too.
And, some of the interviews afterwards, them skating around with, again, Gaudreau's jersey.
Taking
super cool.
Together.
Got the flags on their back. If you don't feel patriotic after that, I don't know if you ever will.
Nope.
Incredible. But then I also stuck around for some of those interviews with the Canadian team. And I think you know where I'm going with this.
Yep.
Nathan McKinnon, I think he was assistant cap behind McDavid once Crosby. He had an A on his chest, I think he did. First off, did you see him in the receiving line, how bitter he was? Not only getting the medal, but when they gave him the little plushie, he was just like, what the crap is this?
I wouldn't want that either, though.
It's like, what's this Beanie Baby? I don't want this Beanie Baby. He just lost. But he went out and he talked to some Canadian press paper, and he said, you just watch and you see who you think was the better team out there. And I'm like, for a guy that missed a wide open net, pretty sure the right team won. You got nothing to stand on to say that you were the better team when you had a wide open goal and you whiffed. So I don't want to hear it. If you were that good, you'd hit that goal.
But they really did outplay Team USA, man.
It's who wanted it more.
I don't even know if it's that. I've been in games. Usually when I was growing up, I was we were the Team USA, and you kind of find a way to win, but you're just God, they dominated us. Canada, at second period on, it was an onslaught. The amount of icings we had because we just couldn't even get it out of our zone and clear it out, it was rough to watch. they dominated. I'm not going to say they deserve to win, but I'll tell you this, and I'm sure anyone out there that knows me knows, and I did this with our soccer team. I would have done it with our football team. But if I lost a game like that, I definitely would have come out afterwards and been like, we lost to these MFers.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
we are so much better than them. Like, they got so effing lucky. Like, I mean, McKinnon, at least he was like, I know, I missed an opportunity. But, dude, they dominated, man.
I don't care. Scoreboard says otherwise, all right?
Scoreboard, that's what you go by?
Part of me is saying like, if you guys were really as good as you think you are, hot to trot, everything like that, you would have scored 10 goals on 41 shots. The sheer fact that you didn't tells me you were not the best. Like, you want to compartmentalize it and say that we were the best because Helly was on our team? Fine. That still makes us the best.
On the scoreboard, yes. But it's one of those weird things where it's like you play a game and if you just watch the teams, you're like, well, I mean, that team should have won. Like, they had the possession, the shots, the better opportunities. I feel them, though. How could you not? I mean, I'm glad. But once again, it's one of those things where it's like, but you want these guys to be honest. And then he opened his mouth and was honest. And now you're like...
It just sounds like sour grapes. It's like he couldn't have once said, it's like they put their heart out.
He should have.
They played a hell of a game, and they're the victors. Then he can say, but you can watch the game and tell me who you think the better team was.
That is a little bit of that. You get out of that, though, when he didn't want to mention anything about the U.S. That is that whole, like, we're your big brother.
Yeah.
And we're better than you.
Yeah, very entitled.
But... they did play better than we did.
An overall game, yes. But I'm sorry if
That's why you play the game.
It's why you play the game. And yeah, I don't care if you want to say it's same thing with like the Giants Patriots in the Super Bowl or whatever. Whatever you want to say is that like 9 times out of 10 we would have beat those guys, but you didn't that one time.
You didn't.
And that's all that matters. And the other thing is that when their coach Cooper came out and he started crying about the overtime being 3-on-3, and I'm like, you have the most skilled people on your side. You should have reveled in the fact that it was 3-on-3.
I didn't hear you say anything after you guys beat Czechia.
Yeah.
And also, first off, secondly, since I said that part, it is a little gimmicky that they go 3-on-3.
Yeah. Okay, put that aside.
Yeah.
Put that aside.
You guys had the worst mindset or the worst plays going into the overtime. I mean, yes, seeing Conor McGregor.
Conor McGregor. Yes, McDavid
getting a full head of steam coming at those guys, that's scary as can
Terrifying.
be. But basically, that's how they lost. Because if he didn't get through, and he didn't, he's behind the goal,
Man
and then
down.
we pushed it forward. They tried that 3 different times. I think McDavid twice, and then maybe McKinnon once.
Yeah.
And... like, we almost caught them every single time doing that. So if you guys had just kind of done what we did against Sweden and just Quinn Hughes moving it around and trying to set these little picks and, like, taking your time because you guys are the best, you probably might have had a better chance.
Well, that's where ego comes in. And we're like, because, they talked about 3-on-3 hockey, right? They're like, it's man on man. It's man on man.
Yeah.
And they just assume our men are better than their men. So I'm just going to smoke my guy, and I'm just going to beat him. Yet they forgot that we still have the greatest goalie.
I know.
In the Olympics. And it's like, great, you get past our guy, he's still going to be right there with you, and you're going to have a contested shot, and you're going to be going up against our best goalie. Not the smartest move.
Nope.
So, like, I don't know, the whole thing, it's like, I would probably be the same way. I'd be bitter if I was on a team that was, 9 times out of 10 going to win that game, and I didn't. But show some grace. Like, you're Canadians. And we can get into the next Canadians that also won a gold in your favorite sport, curling.
Yeah.
Canada won. After all that cheating scandal and everything else, they still freaking won the gold.
They're a good team. I told you to watch out for them.
Can't stand them.
Well, we also, hey, look. So they got us in curling. And that's cool and all. The Canada, women's beat our women's for the bronze in curling. But they didn't get us in hockey. And that's what means more to Canada, and that's what means more to the United States, too.
yeah, but it's almost more important that it means more to Canada.
It absolutely is.
And we got them on the men's and the women's side.
Overtime
shout out to the women's.
both.
Yeah, shout out to the women's team. I mean, just they were just running roughshod on people until they got to that gold medal game. And then they actually got a fight, and they didn't back down.
Man, I'll tell you what, though. I loved like Hillary Knight, her speech that she gave.
Absolutely.
Who's going to be the hero? Like, who's going to step up in this game? Like, that's what you love to see out of, like, the captain, like, make that kind of speech.
Yeah.
I couldn't help but sit there and think, like, do you think John Wall on the Wizards was making that kind of speech to his team?
No, he's like, look at me flex.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's what he was saying.
But no, that was a great, I mean, beating Canada, overtime in both games. Great way to end what I thought was a great Olympics.
It was a great Olympics. A lot of storylines, and we talked about this before the Olympics started. Said we might know some, but we don't know all, and so many new storylines cropped up out of nowhere. We talked about a few. We'll talk about a few more when we go over to like what we loved about it. But I'll tell you one thing I did love that did not disappoint. Eskimo.
Man, that thing is just
so much fun.
It really is, especially the sprint one. I mean, it's just they are just motoring, and it's over in like less than 4 minutes.
It's the perfect event for the Olympics. None of this 2-hour biathlon or cross country junk. It's literally you're sprinting, and then I love that there's a technical piece to it too.
Whoa, is there ever?
It's like getting those skis off.
Yeah.
Because the Harap chick for France, she lost the gold on the transition. If you guys haven't watched Eskimo, ski mountaineering, it's the hot new ticket. Get comfortable and get used to it because it ain't going nowhere.
It better not.
But then they have to run upstairs.
Dude, the guy from Spain, he's running up like 3 at a time.
Gosh, yeah, man. He was no joke. And again, Eskimo got the gold back to Spain. It was their first... They had like a 54-year drought of a winter medal, and they got a gold. So Spain's through the roof. They're like, keep Eskimo forever, please. We'll have a chance to win a medal here.
I think it's going to hang on for a while.
I was a huge fan. And USA didn't embarrass ourselves, so shout out to that.
No, I mean...
Cam Smith did okay. They got fourth. They just missed the... Yeah. I mean, I know it sounds like they just missed the podium, but he was like 17 seconds behind him, so he didn't just miss it. But still, I mean, for this sport just being introduced to the U.S. like, 10 years ago when other countries have been doing it for decades... I mean, we kind of held our own. There was an Aussie team that was just dragging. They were like, I was like, why are we wrapping up? There's still somebody on the course. And you see this over in Aussie, he's like, this is bloody terrible. It's like 25 seconds behind everybody. I was like, good on you finishing, though. You didn't turn into McGrath or McGrath and just quit halfway through and just go wander off in the woods. But yeah, I loved Eskimo. It was everything I was hoping it would be. I was hoping for a few more crashes, but I mean, that's okay. All in all, it was still exciting, and it was just the right amount of time to keep my interest. So I was a fan.
I liked it for that fact, too.
And I like the side-by-side, right? I like the side-by-side competition. You're right next to the person you're racing against. You're not racing a time. You're racing a person.
That's why I felt kind of bad. I'm like, if Jordan Stolz, if you were going against that guy, I think he would have beaten him.
I mean, Stolz, we put so much pressure on this guy. He still ended up with 2 golds and silver. Everybody was just putting so much, kind of like Ilya, everybody just assumed that he was going to win gold, and they was like, you didn't win 4 golds. It's like, no, dude, he just broke 2 Olympic records. Why don't you cut him some slack?
I love the fact, though, that Jordan, he was pissed after that.
Motivated.
Whatever that team event was at the end, because he didn't have anybody, and he's like, no one wanted to go in front of me, so I had to leave. So he's gonna be in 4 years. He's gonna be ready
to go. He's ready to sweep.
Yep.
But and again, even the individual race that he got a silver in, the guy that beat him, he got an Olympic record. I talked about this last time. It's like, how are all these speed skaters getting new ORs? What is happening here? Unbelievable. But I digress. We're kind of bleeding into what our next topic was. What you loved. What did you love about the Olympics?
First of all, just the grand scheme of it all. You just love the competition.
Yeah.
And it's just everyone giving it their all. I mean, I know that like a lot of times, especially in some of like the trick events, ski or snowboarding, I mean, guys are like, I've got to try to land this run. And I mean, they're going to go and they're going to try to do the trick that they know they need to do. And like they hit it, heroes, if not. But you
lay it all on the line.
Lay it all out on the line.
You're talking about like Goper or Gepper for, did you see the half pipe ski?
There was that one. And then
his last run. He's like, the only one going to win this if I do this last run. And he crashed on the lip. Ooh, that looked gruesome.
Yeah, I know. No, there were a few that were on that half pipe. I can't remember who they were, but it's just... you just know you gotta like lay one down, and it's always great to see. But I'll tell you, probably one of my favorite moments. Did you see the ending of? It was one of like the biathlon events, and it was there were 3 guys from different countries that were way in last place.
Okay, no,
Did
I
you
didn't
not
see
this?
I did not see this.
So, kind of how, they're out doing their thing. They got like the big stands by the finish line, and kind of they come down this hill and kind of come up, and then there's like 100 yards to the finish, and it's like a straightaway finish.
Yes, and there's the stands there, and it was like, yay.
So they're all coming down together, and they kind of like look at each other, and they must have been talking on the way down, and they're like, they all stop, and they all kind of like look at each other, and they're just like, 1, 2, 3, and they just go at it.
That's awesome.
Like they're just fighting to like basically
not
win
get
that
last.
threesome, not get last. But it's so funny because as they approach the line, and they're going like they're sprinting as fast as they can with their skis, and they all kind of do like a quasi dramatic, like put that ski out in front to cross the finish line.
Yeah, that's
like,
awesome. They're just they're having a good time about it, and they're
it
like,
was so fun.
we're not going to be here for another 4 years. Let's make the most of it. Let's make our moment.
Yeah, and that's a part of it that I like. It is super serious, and you want to win like the gold. Yeah.
Yes.
But at the end, you're doing something that every kid at some point like dreams of.
Yeah.
And you're doing it, and you get to like experience. And that's actually one thing that I think you see in some of these athletes now, because I think a lot in the past have kind of said, I think even like Michael Phelps has said it, like he's like, I never really got to enjoy. Like the last Olympics he got to enjoy that he was in.
Yeah.
But he's like the previous like 4 or 5, he's like, I didn't get to take in any of it because I was like so focused.
Yeah.
But he's like, I'm glad I got this one to enjoy it. But everyone says like that's what they want all the other athletes to do is just enjoy the moment. Like if it's brief, but at least have a time you can enjoy it.
Yes, you got to feel for those people that are, again, they know that everybody's counting on them, and everybody's like, we're expecting you to hoist us up, and it's like there's so much pressure. You can't enjoy the moment at all. Like you saw, I mean, you talked about Phelps. It's like he was zoned in when those races started. It looked like everything else was blocked out. He was just focusing on every stroke and every opportunity and everything that he had to kind of focus on. He couldn't really enjoy the moment. And then you see these people that are just like, I'm just happy to be here.
Yeah,
I'm enjoying the village. I'm having a good time.
Well, I loved how Alyssa Liu just was like smiling, and I mean that's her personality, and some just aren't like that. But you do like to see that. Like you can do both. You can have like fun, but also like you want to throw down a good run and win a gold.
And you could argue that her being that relaxed and like because everybody was talking about Amber Glenn, and they're like Amber Glenn. She's what we're going to be counting on, and then. Almost out of nowhere, Lou comes in and she's like, I've got no pressure. I can just skate my routine. I've got a great routine. And she won gold.
Good for her.
That's what I love about the Olympics. And did you have anything else before I kind of dive into
No, go ahead.
So what I love about the Olympics is that, again, we kind of touched on it before, is that, we might have an idea of what we think the storylines are going to be going in, but as the Olympics kind of flesh out new storylines. I mean, Alicia, is it Alicia or Alicia Liu?
I thought it was Alyssa.
Alyssa. It's Alyssa Liu.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I should probably know that, so I'm going to talk about it. But Alyssa Liu, it's like, obviously the story of like, her father and escaping, like, China, Tiananmen Square, all that stuff, and coming and she, her breakdown and wanting to quit and then coming back and winning gold. What an incredible storyline, right? I talked about Brignoni and how she like shredded her leg 8 months ago. Comes back, wins 2 golds for her home country on home soil. Absolutely incredible. Like these storylines that you don't know you're even going to be paying attention to, that all of a sudden kind of catch your eye and become the story.
Yep.
That's what's super exciting for me. The other thing that I really liked was and the other storyline is that dog that was finishing the biathlon race. That was great. That looked like a wolf.
I know, did.
I was like, you guys better go. That thing's coming for you.
Yeah.
But that was incredible. That was such a cool little bit. Apparently, they just got out of an Airbnb and just started running on the streets. Like, these people are running. I like to run. Let's go.
Good on you, doggy.
Yeah, but no, those type of funny little storylines, always, kind of stoke my fire. The other thing is, I will say I'm somewhat like you in some instances. I like to see greatness, right? And seeing people accomplish something like, I mean, you know, even if it's not for our home country, Eileen Gu became the most decorated, you know, skier, you know, and she's doing it, what, 22? She's super young, so she's going to be doing it for a while. That's impressive what she's able to do. Your boy Claybo.
6 golds.
6 golds. His golds were the difference between Norway and U.S. If he didn't compete, we would have tied him.
I know.
No, but that's some other Norwegian would probably win the gold. But yeah, but him by himself, 6 gold medals in a single Olympics. That tells me 2 things.
Winter Olympics.
2 things. That tells me 2 things. One is that he really is the best at what he does.
Yep.
And 2, there are way too many cross country events.
There really are. I had no idea.
I was like, how are you getting 6 of these?
Yeah.
Like, how many cross country marathons? Are you just skiing the entire Alps? Like, what is going on here?
I guess they just do different distances, obviously, but I just didn't know they did that many. I thought there was like 2.
Yeah. I was like, how's he keep getting golds? It's like, did he switch? Is he doing downhill now? I mean, there's plenty of downhill skis that he can do. And then the other thing is, almost on the other side, it's like, I like seeing greatness, but the other thing is that there's a camaraderie between rivals, right?
Yeah.
Like, you know, they know better than anyone else the sacrifices that are made to get to where you are. So even if they don't win, you're celebrating the person that beat you because they're like, you were incredible, that was incredible. And there's never really any animosity between these rivals. It's very much like, I train with this person. I see them. I see how hard and the effort they're putting in. And I'm stoked for them. I'm stoked for me. We did this thing together. And there's definitely a mutual respect. So I really love that about the Olympics is that, you know, as much as I love, you know, fighting and like, you know, rivalries and like, you know, them getting in their face. It's great to see that we can put everything else that's going on in the world aside and just, you know, respect each other as equals. Even if it's just an sporting event. I think that's a super
It was a
cool
great
thing.
2 weeks for all of that.
It really was.
Something I think we all really needed.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people gravitated towards the Olympics more than they ever have because of all of that.
Yeah. No, absolutely. All right. Well, we talked about the good. Let's talk about the bad and the ugly, man. What did you dislike about the Olympics? Oh, and shout out. I was giving her crap. Shout out Schifrin finally getting her gold.
She did. Yeah.
And her event, the slalom.
Yep.
And again, I was like, how can you be good at this and not at the G? Whatever. But congratulations. Exercise the demons.
You did.
Got her gold. So
Good
shout
on
out to
her.
Shiffy for getting that gold.
Good on you, girl.
All right. So, okay, now disappointments.
Well, I don't like calling Ilya Malinin a disappointment, but it just kind of was. And I've been wanting to say this, and I kind of had missed my chance. When you self-proclaim yourself a nickname, kind of like how you don't like Dwayne Wade.
Oh, yeah.
Well, he kind of self-proclaims himself the quad god.
Ooh, I didn't know he did that.
And he came in the very first event wearing like a cutoff shirt that said quad god on it.
Oh, he did? I missed that too.
So even though he's an American, it's just one of those, I've said it a few times. Look, if you're going to like talk that talk, and then if you walk it, like you're gonna fly into the stratosphere and be like an American icon that's never forgotten. But like when you don't, dude, come on, man. Like you put those expectations on yourself and you kind of made it yourself like must-watch TV because of it, and it's a disappointment. And if you came in very modest and, you know, were just quiet about things, I don't think people would really consider you like it a huge disappointment. But with that added to it, a little bit. I don't know. I guess it must be something about that, like Falls Church, Marshall.
I knew you were going to bring this up. I was like, this is why this is really what you're dragging is. This is my alma mater. Yeah, that's why.
A lot of bravado.
It's a lot of bravado.
Big-headed.
Big heads,
cocky.
big hair. Absolutely.
Yeah.
The whole nine.
Just something about that area, man. I don't know. At least the people that I've kind of seen from that area.
Yeah, you know? Don't worry. Just like everyone else you've met there, he will rise from the ashes and he'll come back. And we'll have him on the show when we get huge. Next Olympics, we'll be huge. And Ilya's going to be begging to come on and talk smack to old Semco.
That'd be nothing better.
You're like,
get Snoop on here as well.
Man. Okay, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Unless you want to pay him $500,000 for one podcast episode. Pretty sure we're not going to get Snoop.
Gonna get that.
Anything else you did? There was a disappointment for you?
Honestly, I tried to really think about it.
Hard to pick some stuff.
It was. I just like real because I want not many disappointments, but I actually liked that the Olympics were in a lot of different venues. I know a lot of people didn't like that. I liked it. I thought it was great for the infrastructure instead of
everything
costing so
cramped.
much money.
Yeah, it was smart. It was very smart.
It was, and I think that's the model going forward, and it should be. I love the drones.
The drones were great. Drones were great. You got to see from a cool. Did you watch any of the ski jumping?
Yeah,
the drones right behind them. You're like, this is what they see.
It's freaking.
Holy cow!
It's freaking awesome.
It's pretty cool.
Other than Elia, I really don't think there was like a huge disappointment. I loved. I mean, yeah, I wanted to see like the men's curling at least make it to the semifinal round and stuff, but. I mean, that's generally where the U.S. kind of should finish, is like 5th or 6th anyways. But just like I said, I think everything went really well.
Yeah. I got a few things because I'm always disappointed.
Yeah.
I'm going to kind of lean into the Ilya thing. It's like I'm kind of disappointed that like our top dogs kind of flamed out, but thankfully some of our underdog stories kind of came up behind them. So like Amber Glenn, she kind of flamed out. Ilya kind of flamed out. Our pairs, I'm doing all figure skating stuff right now.
Look at you.
But Choke, you know, they should have won gold. I feel like they were robbed.
That was judges.
Judgy Judgersons.
Yep.
And then we've lost the snowboarding titles, man. Like, you know, we won in the freestyle half pipe. Ferreira finally got his, so again, celebrate.
He did.
31-year-old got his first gold. We talk about, you know, aging is the new norm in the Olympics. So I was a little disappointed by our top dogs, kind of just like
Chloe Kim.
Yeah. But again, that allowed us to meet new superstars and new, you know, champions. So I thought that was pretty cool. Other than that, I was kind of disappointed with is sometimes, not always, not with the hockey, but with some of the events, the commentary kind of drove me nuts.
Okay.
So I'll use Eskimo because I watched a lot of it.
Yeah.
I watched every race. I watched the relay. I watched the women's sprint. I watched all the quarter. I saw the trials, the semis, and the finals. I watched the trials, the semis and the finals for the men's, and I watched the mixed relay. I watched it all.
Good Lord.
I love the Eskimo.
Nice.
They had the same guy commented, and he said the same thing for every race. When you were going down the slope, he was like, "This is tough because it's a smaller ski. It's like you're skiing on an uncooked piece of lasagna." And I was like, "Stop saying that. You said it like 10 times already. All right, you need to find something else."
Yeah, you do.
And he kept talking about he had the same thing to say about the bindings, and it's like maybe that's just stuck in my head. I'm like, you gotta mix it up, dude. Like I gotta hear something new. I can't hear something on repeat. So that kind of drove me nuts. But other than that, yeah, you know, other than something that's completely out of control, it's like the timing of the events. I was like, oh my god, it's so early in the morning.
Yeah, I know.
But I mean, there's nothing you can do about that.
You can't.
And I feel like the coverage was okay. It was a little bit, again, and I think it was just because of the mass amount of the events. I kind of mentioned before, I was like, which one am I supposed to pay attention to? There's too many events.
I had to pick and choose.
I was like, there's so much going on, and it's like, you know, cut me into the finals, or cut me into this, or like, you know, it's like, when we're talking the trials and everything like that, or at least show me the one that the USA has a chance at. And no disrespect, but it's like, if you know, that's kind of what I'm interested in.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, the coverage was kind of all over the place, but I agree with you. I love that they split it up.
Yeah.
And again, the backdrop was absolutely gorgeous. Oh my God.
Good. I'm glad you brought that up. I kind of forgot about that. Yeah.
That was what I loved about the Olympics. I was like, everything was seen like compared to Sochi. Remember the backdrops
my God.
Just grim death everywhere.
Yeah.
Everything looked like a desert ghost town. And it looked like they just tucked. I mean, obviously, then these hills existed, the mountains existed, but these mountains are tucked into these quaint little like Italian like, you know, towns, and it just fits so perfectly. I was like, now I know why people like to you know, vacation in Italy. It's gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous.
I think I think next it's in France. Then I think it comes back to Salt Lake City. And then I hear Switzerland.
Ooh, the Swiss
might be after that. And I'm like, I mean,
do we take the podcast on the road to Switzerland for the Olympics?
Well, we'll get our good trial because we gonna do it in Lake Placid. No, not Lake Placid. Park City, I think. Utah. Yeah, that's where it's gonna be.
Isn't that where Schifrin's from? Isn't Schifrin from Park City?
He's from there, trains there like everybody else.
Yeah, just like everybody else. I got one more disappointment for you, and it's really kind of a bummer. It's the injuries. We saw a lot of them. You know, as much and shout out to Lindsey Vaughn. I was hoping she would give us a shout out on the podcast when she was Talking to other people that called her selfish. That was Bigo.
Yep.
I still think I was right. I didn't say I felt bad for her. I felt bad for the injuries, but I still think she's a little selfish. But we'll go, we won't bring that back up again. But the injury that she had, and some of the brutal injuries that we saw, none worse than the Polish speed skater that took a skate to the eye.
Yeah.
Yikes. I mean, Camilla Cellier, that was gruesome to watch. And they kept replaying it. In the NFL, when they they couldn't
There's
help
a
it.
reason they don't. Yeah.
They're just taking a skate to the eye. Luckily, she said she's okay. Haven't seen the gruesome of that. Missed her eyes, so she didn't lose an eyeball or vision or anything like that. But yeah, man, that was freaking scary. And I got a crazy story for you about the American that got DQ'd because of her sharp turn.
Yeah.
And her skate's the one that nicked her in the eye. Kristen, I can't even read my own handwriting. Santos Griswold. She got DQ'd, and she ended up being fourth after the DQ for that race, and she was devastated.
Yeah.
Did you know that in the last Winter Olympics, 2022, in Beijing, she was the recipient of a similar penalty? Somebody bumped her and knocked her out, and she couldn't finish, and she got fourth in that race. So talk about full circle. This woman, she must feel just completely snake bit. She's like, first it happened to me, and then I did it to somebody else, and it caused me to get DQ'd. Like, oh my God. I mean, don't get me wrong. The victim is Camilla Cellier, the one that got a skate to the face.
No doubt.
But I still feel bad for Griswold.
Yes.
Right? Like, that was just, that's heartbreaking that, she's like, I can't, like, I should just stop. But you talked about this. It's like, and you talked about, like, the speed skating, we talked about that too, where we're like, we remember when Apollo Ono was doing it, and it felt like it was very white knuckle, and it was a tough race, and like maybe every once in a while somebody would fall or get DQ'd. I feel like every race it was DQ'd. That's a disappointment.
That was
like,
my
what
least favorite event watching was, because everyone wipes out and then they go to a video replay.
Oh my God, it slows it so far down.
It just wasn't that entertaining. I'm like, why would you choose to make this? I'm like, go to the long track speed skating then, because at least that you're just not hoping that you don't get taken out, and just I don't know. That was disappointing to watch.
Yeah, it's like everybody's gotten too fast and loose with trying to skate, and they're just bumping each other. I don't know if it's changed. Everybody's just trying to get a competitive edge, but I don't remember that when I was watching when I was younger.
I mean, I definitely remember it happened a few times. Like, I think Apollo, it was like one of those where, like, was he at fault? Was he not?
Yeah, I kind of do remember
like
that.
One of them, but it was every single race.
Every race.
There was something that had to be reviewed.
Let's go. Come on, man. We're losing our steam here.
Yeah.
But but definitely the highlight or low light was that lady getting skate to the face, little skate face gal. But apparently, the Olympics aren't the only sport out there, man, that you're in danger of seriously injuring yourself.
Good Lord.
I've got the new hip sport, Move Over MMA.
Yeah.
Move Over, what is it, slap boxing? Have you seen the slap where people are just like literally slapping the people uncut?
I love that.
Have you love that? Or you're going to love this. Have you heard of the Run National Championship out of, I think it's New Zealand or Australia? Have you heard of this?
I assume it's not just running like a track meet.
No, it is not. No. So the Run Nation Championship is a contact sport that literally has, and it's, I think they're carrying a rugby ball. There's one guy that's carrying you remember, you didn't play football in high school, did you?
No.
So I forget what the tackling drill was called, but it was
the Oklahoma drill?
Oklahoma drill, yes. So it's pretty much, it's pretty much an Oklahoma drill with no pads. And it's just a guy with a ball running full speed, not trying to change directions, literally full speed, while another guy's running full speed right back at him, and whoever pretty much concusses the other person wins. It is the most insane thing I think I have ever seen. But head-on collisions, obviously common. The collision is this is the hype of, this is their selling synopsis. The collision is the one and only goal. Two contestants run at each other at full speed and slam violently into each other to knock each other down. It's a brutal sport that apparently has been steadily growing in popularity despite its controversial surroundings. I mean, I showed you some of the clips on this. It's a concussion in every run.
These guys are getting knocked out cold. And they're not small guys.
They are huge. They look like Samoans.
Yes.
Like New Zealanders.
They're like guys that I'm convinced that these sports, it is guys that couldn't make it like in rugby.
Yeah.
And are just like, well, what can I be really good at and move over to this?
The only protective gear they have is a mouth guard. So they probably don't bite their tongue off.
I know.
But, I mean, this is just gruesome. And they're like, well, we're making modifications to, you know, our player health is the most important thing. I was like, get out of here. You're getting these people to collide at full speed. And like you said, they're big guys. They look like 250, 280 running at each other. And you get that what is like, we'll call them, is like they're throwing up gang signs because they get a freaking concussion and they collapse down. It's hard to watch. But I know that some of our listeners will type this up and look for some.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost one of those where like you gotta watch it.
Like, I mean, at what point is there any time where you'd be like, all right, well, soccer didn't work for me, football, I'm going to try out this RNC, this Run Nation Championship?
Absolutely not. There's no way. I don't understand the sports. The NFL has tried to open everyone's minds, like the biggest sport, at least in our country. I know this is another country, but at how concussions create so many issues. And you've got the bare knuckle boxing has never been bigger.
Yeah.
Like the slap, that thing, I mean, YouTube will show me some highlight like at least once a month where these guys, I mean, they're punching each other in the face at this point.
Yeah.
But man, it's so funny watching them where like they'll get slapped and they'll just like stand and you know they want to fall over, but they're just like trying so hard.
Yeah, that didn't hurt.
And then like, but these guys are like 300 pounds, and when they get like knocked out, they just fall.
And they got two guys that are trying to catch them, and they just like all fall on each other. It's brutal. Well, this isn't going anywhere, man. Apparently, their second edition. This is like the second annual that they've done this here. They sold out a 5,500 seated pavilion in Sydney, Australia. So it's popular. But God bless these guys. They're gonna be dead in 10 years.
Like I was okay with like arm wrestling, you know, like a guy would break his arm occasionally. Ugh. But I know that would
I can't stand that.
But still, I mean, now these sports are just getting.
These are freaking head injuries, dude.
Yeah.
This is you can put your arm in a cast. Nothing you can do once your brain is riddled in CTE.
We've got so much more information about so much, and yet a lot of people just seem to just want to take a 180 and are like, I just don't care.
Yeah.
That's why, like, the NFL, people were worried for so long that, like, nobody would want to play again. And it's like, yeah, no.
Yeah, it's like, not when the RNC's out there. And when you look at these, I mean, and I feel like the NFL's making some strides. You got the Guardian helmet. You're seeing more and more players wearing the Guardian helmet.
You are actually, yeah.
Right? Like, you know, I think, what are some of the most popular players? That a wide receiver for the Packers.
Dobbs. It? I think one of the O-line for the Patriots wore one.
Yeah.
I think one of the defenders for the Seahawks wore one as well.
Yeah, so it's like it's becoming more commonplace. Yeah. And then you look at the alternative, and it's like, I'm just going to run full speed at somebody, Oklahoma drill style.
It's literally that simple. Like, there is no other gimmick to it. That's literally what they do.
Yeah.
Have you, though? Have you seen, I love watching these videos. It's like the little kids that, like, maybe just started playing, like, their first
And they're doing the Oklahoma drill?
No, they...
Well, the parents?
The parents.
Yes.
Oh, my gosh.
Well, it's funny when it's the moms.
Yes.
Like, when the moms are knocking out their kids, they're like, I've been waiting 6 years to do this.
Oh, there's some that have that, like, eye of the tiger. Like, they're just going to... And they bowl right through their...
Clean up your room. Yeah.
But, man, there is one that, like, she puts, like, a Barry Sanders type move.
Oh, and she just breaks his ankles?
Yeah. And, I mean, everyone goes nuts. The kids are, like, running to the child that got, like...
And just ragging on
ragging on him.
Yeah.
I mean, she looked like she was like a track athlete back in the day. I mean, she had some speed, but yeah, it was just, those are so fun to watch.
Yeah. Well, we'll keep a lookout for some more weird sports. You and I were talking about how the Ocho is now on speed dial for us. We're watching the ESPN Ocho, looking out for some of the new hot ticket sports to keep an eye out for. I don't know if the RNC, the Run Nation Championship, is on the Ocho yet.
I don't know if that'll make it on there.
But that seems more like a pay-per-view. Like, you have to pay for this bloodlust kind of thing.
The insurance has got to be through the roof in those leagues.
Oh, my God. I mean, it's just, again, take a look at it, guys and ladies. I mean, Eileen or Elaine Abraham is going to be the first in line to watch this. Jimbo's mom. So Jimbo's mom. Run Nation Championship. I know you can't wait to tune it in. It's on YouTube. Enjoy yourself.
Let us know what you think.
Yeah, absolutely. But luckily, we don't have to rely on the RNC too much because, dude, the NFL's almost back, baby.
It is.
We're talking about the NFL Combine next week.
Let's go.
I mean, we were worried we'd have to, oh my God, we got to fill all this time without the NFL. It's back already.
We went 1 week without talking.
It was dodgy.
And I had to throw something in late.
Sneak something in. But we got it. We survived.
We did.
The 1 week pause. We're gonna have another pause once the combine's over, and especially when the draft's over.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to think up some new stuff. Keep on running, Run Nation Championship. But for now, we got the combine. Now, some people feel certain ways about the combine. I'd like to hear your take. Is it something that you enjoy? Do you care? Will you watch?
I think the NFL Combine, it's kind of like I think how the NFL Pro Bowl is. I think the NFL Pro Bowl is for kids 8 to 12, 9 to 13. And I'm thinking of buddy Will Billy.
Okay.
Kale.
Yeah.
Loves Christian McCaffrey.
Or loves him to death.
And would just, no matter what he's doing, wants to watch it.
Watch him.
And wants to watch him playing with some of the other guys. But is going to be tuned in to what... I was the same way. If
you had a guy that you were rooting for,
yes.
if you had a player that you were a fan of...
And just watching him juking guys, or you're hoping he catches a touchdown... I think the NFL Combine...
Is for
20 to 27-year-old dudes.
Is that when you were primed to watch?
No doubt. It was must-watch TV for me. I mean, I wanted to see how every guy ran a 40, how many bench press reps he did. I want to see the guy's vertical.
You want to see his cone, his 3-cone?
A little bit. The broad jump. I want to see... you just want to see all these guys. And then now it's just yeah, but... A lot of the guys that do really well don't generally actually become good NFL football players.
They workout warriors, right?
Yeah.
And I've got something to say to that, but it's so funny. I'm right on that same timeline. Right out of college, right around mid-20s, I was like, oh my God. It's I'm missing the NFL Combine.
Yeah.
I have to get home and watch this guy. I got to see who's going to be the best in the 40. Who's going to have the best bench. Who's the strongest guy there? It's it's a full-blown testosterone.
It is.
Pisser. It's all right. Yeah, you're fast. You're strong. All right. I also liked watching, and it was more just to see the ones that just crash and burn, is the catch drill where they're running across the field and they're just getting fired rockets. Yes. And every now and then you get a wide receiver that's supposed to have great hands. He's I miss out. Oh, no. It's crap. And then the wheels start falling off.
It's like a snowball, man. Once he misses one, it's just the rest.
But I mean, they're rifling those things in there.
They are.
Those are not lob passes. They are cranking those. The jugs machine is built up to 100 miles per hour on that one. But now, it's past me. And there's another reason why it is for me, is that this has kind of gotten to the point of, if you're a top 5 pick, you're not going to do the combine.
That too, I know.
You're just they've come to the realization that I can only lose draft levels by underperforming there. It's let the mystery of my awesomeness kind of reign supreme, and then I'll do it in a much more player-friendly pro day. And that's where I'll do where I'm in charge. I've got the guy that's doing the 40 timer is on my payroll.
Yeah.
I ran a 4.2. It's that looked like a 5.6. No, it's 4.2. I'm the stopwatch guy.
Funny how everyone's pro day is always faster.
Immaculate. And they've got their choice of their wide receivers that they're throwing to. Or I'm going straight quarterbacks, but you know what I mean.
No, exactly.
And it's now, I mean, Mendoza already said he's not doing anything pretty much.
Nor should he.
He's what's the point? I'm the consensus one overall. All I could do is blow up my.
I hate that it's gotten to that point, but you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah. So it's the combine's kind of lost its luster there. It's now what you might find are those times those workout warriors, the ones that have to prove something.
Yeah.
It's I was injured, or I had a bad quarterback, and I did show that I'm fast, or I can catch the ball, or I have this wiggle. So I have to use the combine to, go up a round or two, up to maybe the 3rd round instead of the 6th or something like that. So for them, it's good, but I don't know these 6-rounders as well as, a lot of people. or I probably know as much as most people.
Yeah, probably more than most.
So it doesn't interest me. It's like I don't need to know about the third string running back from Alabama. Like it doesn't pique my interest. So if I'm not watching the greatest athletes, same thing with the Senior Bowl. Senior Bowl was like the combine when I was in my 20s. I love watching the Senior Bowl.
I know. Everyone went to that thing.
But now it's like again, why would I? If I've got a top 10 like projected position, like I'll just do the interviews. Maybe I'll do the Wonderlick, although that kills some people.
Yeah, it did.
It didn't hurt Stroud. He still got picked over second overall, even though it's garbage. But yeah, I don't know if we do away with the combine. What are your thoughts on this?
It honestly might as well. It's because the interviews you can do, but you can also, they all have a pro day. You can go to the pro day. I mean, I guess having them all in one place. But I mean, it just seems like, it's funny. That's what would just get kind of said, like, even when I was really watching it, the interview is like the most important. Like the interview is what these guys need to like knock out. But it's also like, but the interviews, I don't know, the questions that they'd get asked. I'm kind of like, I don't think maybe they should go into these interviews.
Yeah, because you saw it's starting to leak out some of the inappropriate questions they've done on these interviews. Yeah. And you're like, how is that supposed to show that I'm a good NFL player?
It's just like you're just trying to get them to hope they don't like get up and like punch you in the face.
Yeah.
Even though like they're just antagonizing you, and it's like, yeah, I don't know. I didn't understand any of that. Like asking about Des Bryant if his mom's a prostitute or not.
Yeah, what the hell is that about?
I'm like, what does that have to do with him on a football field?
You just want to try and trigger him?
Like I get, like, look, if you want a quarterback and you want to tell him a play and you want him to like dissect it for you and show that like he can read all that and knows all that, go for that.
Yeah.
Like show football stuff and have them like, show you what they know.
Yeah.
But all this like personal, like, hey, and like the amount of times people are like, they do so much research on these guys. I'm like, what kind of job interview is this? Like, they're just like, so back in 8th grade, you like threw a stick at a kid. And it's like, what? Like, I don't even remember that. Like, was that even me? I don't know. It's gotten way blown out of proportion. And I just don't even know if, literally, I was looking at this. I was like, 3 of the best wide receivers in the league, Justin Jefferson, Devontae Adams, and Cooper Kupp, they ran like the slowest 40 times. They always said this about like Jerry Rice, and I'm not comparing these guys to him at all, but they're like, no one ever caught Jerry Rice from behind. And Jerry Rice had a bad combine, apparently. Have you ever seen Cooper Kupp, Devontae Adams, and Justin Jefferson get caught from behind?
No. Well, the 40 is the most overrated.
It just is. It is.
Thing at the combine. It's like everybody just loves pure speed. You and I think, have agreed on this. One of the few things over and over again. It's like they don't have pads on. They don't have a corner pressing them. This is not the football. That is track. You are tracking track. That is not a football measurement in any way, shape, or form.
Like if you need a guy to run the 9 route, I guess get the fastest guy.
Especially when we're talking about like fractions of a second and 40 yards. Like you're talking about tenths of a second. Like, oh, he ran a 4.6. That's terrible. This guy ran a 4.2. That's incredible. Tenths of a second with no pads, with no coverage. That's just not a realistic measurement.
These guys aren't going to get caught. Unless it's like literally when DK went 100 yards to catch.
That was
what
a great
was, but it's like how many times it's the same as that stupid Zach Wilson throw.
Yeah.
When he rolls so far out to his left and launches a ball, and it's like you see that once a year by a quarterback.
Yeah.
That's just not going to happen. So like it's great. He heaved that mother, but that's so unrealistic.
It's like, show me that you can accurately throw a 5-yard out.
Yeah. Show me that you can, like, read, or tell me how you could read that, like, everything's covered, so the back out of the backfield is the best option, and I need to get it to him before the linebacker gets over there to blow him up.
Yeah.
Like,
no.
Tell me that. Tell me how you do that, Zach.
Yeah, no, that's why I agree with you. It's like, should we do it with the combine? It won't, because it's still getting ratings, I'm sure.
It just does.
So it won't go away, but it's lost its luster for me.
I do still check in, though. I do just want to see like what some of these guys run.
Yeah.
I do want to see what they kind of like put up on the bench. Like when Saquon put up like 29 reps at 225 and ran like a 4.4. I'm like, good Lord, man.
This guy's just a beast.
Yeah.
Oh, shocker, you were tracking a Penn State grad. How's he going to do at the combine?
And look at him in the pros now, baby.
Yeah. Didn't win this year. That's a shame.
He got last year. He got one. He's not being greedy.
It's he only needs one, right? Yeah. Well, any other how about anything historical? Any other combine that stood out for you? Anything in the history? I just remember Vernon Davis going
he did.
bananas.
No, he absolutely did.
I was like, who's this guy? Everybody wanted Vernon Davis.
4'3", like 40, jumping like 42 inches, and he's like 270 pounds.
I mean, just incredible.
I like the Calvin Johnson story where he wasn't going to run a 40, and he's just a different dude, man.
Yeah, he's different.
But he like was there, and he was like, it was like he was almost just like, well, I'm here. I guess I just should run it. Didn't have cleats. Borrowed like a buddy of his cleats and ran like a 4.3 540 at like 6'4", but just like didn't take it that serious.
I mean,
that was just crazy good. I like the Byron Jones when he 12 feet on a broad jump. Like that is crazy. Like that is.
It's like, why aren't you in the Olympics?
I mean, seriously, like he should have stopped right then and been like, I'm going to go be a long jumper.
Yeah.
Like double that with like a startup. I'm like, I think you'd almost be competing for Team USA.
Yeah.
If you just did a long jump right now, like without practice.
Team USA doesn't pay like the NFL, so.
That's true.
Yeah.
But still, it's just, yeah. But yeah, I mean, there's always like those great ones. But once again, like, do they superly turn out to be amazing? Guys that win the 40, like the record, like Xavier Worthy, the jury's still out, but John Ross, I mean.
Oh, man.
Dude.
I mean, yeah, CJ, like Chris Johnson, I mean, when he had it, obviously he turned it into something.
Yeah.
But yeah, to your point, yeah, it's a dart throw.
It just is. You got to see how they are with the pads on.
But, we're in a somber moment. Let's talk about somebody that did really do incredible work in the combine, but sadly we lost him way, way, way too early. Rondale Moore.
Yeah.
I mean, Jesus, man. It sucks to see, and it feels like we're seeing it more often.
It does. And I don't know if it's the head injury, if it's the pressure of playing in some of these leagues.
I'm sure it's a combination.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like, I don't know his medical history enough to tell you. It's like how many concussions he had. That's an easy layup to assume that.
Yeah.
But there could have been so many other demons that he was kind of, challenging with. I mean, going from sunny Arizona to freaking Minnesota, that sucks. Yeah. I mean, that's a shot to Minnesota for no reason. My bad, Minnesota. But no, I'm just trying to say it's like, it's very likely they just got some CTE, and I'm hoping, just because I want there to be more, medical findings, and it's like, I really don't want his death to be in vain. So if we can get something out of it, I hope that his family, allows them to kind of, test for CTE and just, see if there's something we can do, like, before it's too late to kind of identify this stuff. And really just kind of hope that, this is just a reminder to a lot of NFLs. It's like, if you're struggling, talk to somebody, man.
I know.
Like, it's just,
It's so much easier said than done, though.
Yeah.
It's just, especially when you've been told how great and amazing, and like you've been told kids look up to you, and you just don't want to show
any kind of weakness.
Well,
same thing with the sport, right? It's like we're talking about the most aggressive sport that's, nationally acclaimed, right?
Yes.
The NFL. It's like, you don't want to be a softie. You don't want to be a person that's like, oh, it's like I'm having these thoughts, or I'm feeling this way. It's like, you got to put on a brave face and be this strong, silent type. But dude, if you're struggling in that way, man, you gotta, feel. And and again, I feel like that's something the NFL has to do.
Yeah,
they have to pretty much force these people. It's like, let's just talk. It's like, you can talk with groups, you can talk individually, but you're gonna have to pass some kind of thing where you talk to somebody, in some form.
It kind of reminds me, bringing that up, it's kind of like, like Chris Carter, famously, I mean, he battled drug addiction, and basically rookie seminars and symposiums. Like, he was there to talk, and they at least talk to these guys. And maybe now with all this stuff that comes out, it's like you've got more people that are just constantly going into the building. I don't know if you have to have like a once a year someone comes to the stadium or comes to the team meeting and just talks about it. I don't know, but you don't want to see this, and you don't want to see that in the sport that you love watching.
Yeah, and it's like, I mean, I'm almost to the point where it's like, if you have any kind of history of concussions, it should be mandatory that you have like a yearly checkup. Maybe they do. I don't have enough research behind it, but it's like that seems like an easy, at least, touch point.
Yeah.
To give them the opportunity to kind of speak to it, because I mean, Rondé Moore, 25 years old, took his own life. I mean, it's just nothing but absolutely just tragic. But we'll keep it a little bit lighter. We got to touch on it because it was big in the news. But there's also somebody else that passed away.
Yeah.
But at least, a longer life. 89 was your boy, Billy.
90? Bill Mazeroski. Probably one of the most famous home runs in Major League Baseball history.
No one knows who this guy is except for you.
I know.
Yes, and that's all that matters. Why do you know and nobody else does?
Well, I will say this is probably the oldest sports story I remember.
Okay.
My dad, he grew up in Pittsburgh. Born in Pittsburgh, grew up there.
The Steel City.
That's why I'm a Pittsburgh fan. I'm not just a jumping on the bandwagon guy.
I mean, it's not a pretty big bandwagon. Shock. Yeah. Lies. Everybody's a Steelers
Everyone's a Steeler fan.
Yeah, but go ahead.
But so, I remember
you're wearing Steelers shirt a
little bit. Yeah. Represent.
Not repping anything.
That's okay.
That's fine.
But my dad's favorite player was like Roberto Clemente, and kind of, I think this was when the time I was like collecting cards and stuff, and he was telling me about that. But he was then telling me about, World Series that they won, and a guy, Bill Mazeroski, hit like a bottom of the ninth, game-winning, Game 7 home run.
Huge. The biggest moment in the biggest
World Series
game in baseball.
I know. And he then tell me, though, he was like, yeah, that series I remember because the Yankees, when they won their 3 games, they killed the Pirates. And that the Pirates, when they won, barely won.
Just squeaked.
And so when Bill Mazeroski passed away, I was like, let me kind of see, like, first I was like, did my dad remember that right? It had been a few years since that World Series in, like, 1960. They were outscored 55-27.
In that series?
We want to talk about, like, Canada getting all upset.
Yeah.
I think the Yankees could almost maybe be a little more upset.
Is Nathan McKinnon related to an ex-Yankee?
Maybe Roger Maris?
Yeah.
Wasn't he Canadian, I think?
Maris McKinnon? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think that,
But they were outscored 55-27. They lost games 16-3, 10-0, and 12-0.
Oof.
It's the only series where the MVP actually came from the losing team.
Who was the MVP? Do you know?
His name was Bobby Richardson. Okay. He was actually the second baseman for the Yankees, and Mazeroski was the second baseman for the Pirates.
Back when the second basemen were the hots of the hot.
Dude, he's a Hall of Famer, Mazeroski. He never batted over 300. He was a defensive guy. He batted 8th.
So Ego's got a chance?
After what I saw in the first round of balloting, he ain't gonna make it.
Oh.
But dude, check this out in Game 7. Pirates actually go up 4-0. After 6, the Yankees are up 5-4. They actually go up 7-4 after the top of the 8th.
Okay.
The Pirates score 5 runs in the bottom of the 8th. The Yankees score 2 in the top of the 9th to tie it. And then I think Mazeroski was the first batter, maybe the second. It might have been like the first batter in the second pitch, and just took it yard and won it for the Pirates. But man, hard not to believe that maybe the better team might have lost that series. 55-20. They doubled them up and lost.
I mean, this is a Yankees team that had Roger Maris.
Yep.
Mickey Mantle.
Mm-hmm. Whitey Ford was a pitcher. He went 33 scoreless innings in the postseason.
Yogi Berra.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, this Yankees team was freaking stacked.
Yes. That's by all the runs that they scored.
Yeah. But yeah, you never count them out. I mean, lived a long life. Probably next to Clemente, probably going to be the most famous pirate of all time.
No doubt.
Because Skeens ain't going to be a pirate for much longer.
Nope.
Bye-bye.
I don't know.
No, he's gone.
I know.
Stop.
Pirates are trying for the first time ever.
Gosh darn, we're trying. They're
really
not
are.
getting anybody,
I
but they're
know.
trying. We talked about this, yeah. Yeah, baseball's in the news. We're getting excited. I mean, like I'm getting pings of like spring training games.
Hold on.
Huh?
Has Kurt responded?
Ooh, okay. Let's do a Kurt check here really quickly.
We're like an hour in.
We are an hour in, so let's see if we have any updates from Kurt. Nothing. Ooh, but he's on. I got a green dot, and I got a check mark, which means he saw it.
Oh,
Okay.
buddy.
Oh, boy. Let's see if he comes out of the woodwork here. Man, I haven't been on Facebook in forever. I have a lot of missed messages.
Do you really?
Oh, my goodness. Ooh, some I should delete. Yeah, we got baseball in the news, man. I mean, we finally got done with the Olympic scandals. So, hey, MLB is like, hey, don't forget about us.
Yep.
All right, we got our own scandals here. What is Tony Clark doing?
I have no idea.
For those of you that don't know, Tony the Tiger. I love that he had a great name. He was on the Tigers. Tony the Tiger, just a perfect marriage of a, and he was the head of the MLBPA.
Yeah.
And he just had to resign or he got fired because he had an affair with his sister-in-law.
Yes.
His sister-in-law, which again, I guess that's private. If so that shouldn't necessarily get you fired. Except he hired her to work at the MLBPA.
Yep.
In 2023.
Yeah, 2022 or 2023.
And he gets fired. I mean, what are you doing, man? Like, first of all, I've been trying so hard to find out, was this his wife's sister or was it a sibling's wife? I want to know where the connect is.
You couldn't find it?
Couldn't find it. Did you?
No.
Ugh, I want to know.
I didn't dig that deep
And then
for it, though.
selfishly, I want to know what she looks like.
Well, of course.
I was like, did you trade up or did you do like
you
most
have
people
your theory,
do?
I know.
And you traded down like a dummy and you did something
That
stupid.
info will come out eventually.
I gotta know, man.
I know.
I gotta scratch that itch. But yeah, but what a worse time to do this. It's right when we're about to do labor negotiations for the MLB and the players, and now they've got to have a different top dog kind of doing all that. I mean, they got to be pissed. The Major League players.
Absolutely.
I was like, can you just keep it in your pants, my friend?
Well, but he also had another scandal with the NFLPA, DeMaurice Smith.
Yeah, DeMaurice Smith.
With like this one-team partners where it was supposed to, I think it was kind of supposed to help like up-and-coming kids kind of get into these programs and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And it just turned out that they just
siphoning money out
proposed
of it?
all these, like $10 million was
Crazy.
supposed to go into it. And I think it found out they kind of took that money and kind of used it to like build these nice, I think the headquarters was in Arizona and had these nice offices for Tony Clark and the sister-in-law. Like, kind of just almost like embezzled the money and didn't pay the bonuses to like those that were working with part of the program. I'm like, look, man. And DeMaurice Smith, like, he resigned in 2023, and a lot of it's kind of supposed to be maybe related to that.
Yeah.
But MLB just kind of stuck with Tony, and now this comes out, and it's just how I feel like the NFL players now really don't have much of a leg to stand on in this negotiation. And this is like the most important negotiation maybe ever for Major League Baseball.
It's big. Hopefully salary cap is on the table.
Yeah.
But they definitely lost a lot of hand. I have no hand. I have no hand. But yeah, I mean, I wonder if this was like the MLBPA was like, okay, now we can use this excuse. It's like we thought that he was mixing around with D. Smith with this whole siphoning of funds, and this is the straw that broke the camel's back. It's like, all right, that's it. Like, you're gone. Like, we were maybe they were trying to hold on to him because they knew these negotiations were coming up, and they're like, okay, like we need some continuity here. We need to keep the same people in house and have a united front. And then you go and you just start Facebook poking your sister-in-law. You can't do that, man.
Some of these executives just need to keep it in their pants.
So, the freaking Dodgers need to keep their checkbooks in their pants because I'm getting tired of seeing them buying everybody. So, if there is no salary cap, do you want to see changes made to make the teams a little bit more closer in spending money rather than there being like this massive gap there is now?
So, I think what at the very least, I want to see happen, because I think this is actually in the NFL, and I only remember hearing about it like once because like no team has ever, I think, gone under the salary. There's a minimum. There's a minimum you have to spend.
You have to spend this much.
Yes.
Well, it's good that it forces these. And we talk about the NBA. I was like, we're just going to lose. We're just going to lose nonstop, and we're just not going to spend any money. And we're still going to make a profit because people are going to come to the games.
Exactly.
So I like that they have that in the MLB. Where it's like, no, you have to spend some of the money that you're making.
Well, I don't know if they have that, but I think if the negotiations, like if we don't do a salary cap, I think at the very least, I want to see you need to spend.
Yeah,
like if
I think that's reasonable.
Like if like say the Pirates and the Rays and the Rockies. I mean, say they're spending their average salary, or like let's just say it's like $50 million for their whole team, and it's like the Dodgers in these teams are at like 500.
Yeah,
it's like, all right, you guys need to be at least like 150 million. You have to get there one way or another, and if you can't, you got to sell the team.
Wow, all right.
Like,
so
I mean, something like that.
Line there.
Like because you got to at least try.
You gotta have some skin in the game.
You got to open the pocketbooks and at least try to like keep Paul Skeens on your team or go out. Like I found it so.
As somebody has watched the Learners just spend less and less on the Nationals every single year, I'm for it.
Yeah, right. They're the richest owners in baseball, apparently.
Yeah.
And as it's gone nothing but downhill after the World Series.
It's like you guys want a freaking World Series, and you're bitter that you spent too much on Strasburg. That's the game.
Yeah.
Like look at what the Rangers did with A-Rod. They're like, we spent way too much on this guy. And sometimes you win, sometimes you lose.
Yeah,
you got to keep playing.
You're never going to get it just right. But I can't believe they really need to get Bryce Harper. They need to get a popular, high-paid Major League Baseball player off the pedestal of talking, because you don't want a salary cap. Well, guess what? I think anybody that doesn't make what you make, I think would rather have that.
Yeah.
But you're also sitting there saying you don't want a competitive game. You don't want to actually have to kind of do any work because you won't have Schwarber or Turner. You'd actually probably have to be a leader in the clubhouse. You'd actually have to earn all that money that you're making.
Yeah.
But
And your GM doesn't even think you're elite anymore, so.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of tempted to draft him, though.
Oh, you think it's a bounce back?
I mean, he takes things kind of personally.
Are you doing your sleeper picks of the draft already?
I have.
Are we going to do this? I don't want to do this. I don't want to give away my sleeper picks.
I don't want to give away the sleeper picks. We do need to do a little something.
We'll do a little something for the MLB draft.
I have been doing
fantasy draft.
I have been doing a lot of mock drafts. When Callista was away, my wife.
That's all you did.
That's because it's like with the dog. Like I have so many things around the house, but like I don't really want to like bang on the walls, like because she'll go crazy. So I kind of have to just sit there and watch the Olympics and did a bunch of mock drafts.
All right, hey, there's a worse way to use your time, man.
But
that sounds like I'd be a kid in a candy store.
But I'm only going to say this. Maybe we'll just leave like little nuggets till we do our thing.
Little tidbitties.
But if I'm drafting like 11th or 12th, and there's one of those three pitchers, or if there's like Scooble or Skeens, I might have to take one of those.
You're not taking them if Will's right in front of you.
I mean, I'm pretty sure they won't, but it's like, I just feel like I've never wanted to take one in the first round.
But for some reason, you're getting that tingly.
I know.
Getting that tingle this year. All right, I got a better question for you. First overall pick, you got it. Who you taking?
I think I'm taking Judge.
Taking Judge.
I think Shohei, going back to pitching, I don't know if he quite has the offensive year.
Okay.
He's been doing too good for too long.
Yeah, he's like he's got to drop off eventually.
I really hope I have the fourth pick.
Oh, all right,
because I'll take whoever between Judge, Ohtani, Witt, and Soto. I don't want to have to.
You don't want to choose. You just want to be whatever's left.
It's like the NBA draft. I want to draft fourth in the NBA draft because of the that's why everyone's tanking is because of these four guys.
Well,
I want to be fourth, so I don't have to make the decision.
Well, then you better hope that Will Billy, Ill Will, and DW are in front of you because they'll take pitcher, Acuna, and Rushman, Adley Rushman, and then you'll have all four of them waiting for you. You're like, oh no, this is exactly what I didn't want.
I want Witt.
Okay,
I want him on my team.
What's so good? And who does he play for again?
It has nothing to do with...
Oh, it doesn't?
No.
Nothing to do
Did they
with
even play together?
Alex Gordon's Kansas City Royals. No, they didn't
because it was 5 years.
Yes.
Yeah, he's been retired.
Come on. Oh, but one more shout out to Mazeroski before we get our next setting. You said he hit a home run in the 9th in the World Series?
Correct.
Who else did that? Who hit a home run in the 9th in the World Series?
Was it a walk-off?
It got him to extra innings.
I'm pretty sure you're going to say... Well, look, just like Bill Mazeroski.
Just say it.
Not a great hitter, but somehow the stars align.
Say his name.
And I'm sure Lorenzo Cain just smashed one.
Wrong.
Oh, Eric Hosmer.
No, wrong again.
Mike Moustakas.
Oh, I love that you know all of these Royals. I'm so proud of you for knowing. And no, it wasn't Salvi Perez.
Nah, well, that wouldn't be a
Escobar.
shot.
No, it wasn't him either.
I can't think of any other.
Yeah, come on, it's like Voldemort. You can't say his name.
Alex Gordon.
There you go. Home run in the World Series, 9th inning, drove him to extra innings. It's worth a rewatch, man. He did it against Familia. Never forget it. Always remember it. But there was an exciting game that you'll probably remember through at least this year in college basketball over the weekend, man.
Yeah.
We had Michigan playing Duke, 1 versus 3.
Yeah.
Let's get into some CBB talk.
That was awesome. That was a NCAA. It lined up perfectly for y'all because I don't think Michigan was even ranked to start the season, and this is some random middle of the season get together. Like it wasn't even. It was like a tournament game because it was played on a neutral site.
Yep.
But man, what a perfect time to have it. I mean, because Duke just gonna get people watching anyway, but when it's the third team in the country or the first number 1 team in the country,
number 3,
and that game lived up to it.
Wasn't a scoring palooza.
I'm glad. I'm
68
fine with
to
that.
63.
It was close. It was your perfect March Madness type game where no team ever really got ahead. It was always within like what felt like 3 to 5 points. Yeah, no, the guys they've played now long enough. They know what works for them. They know what the system they want to do, and they play really good basketball.
Do you think this game puts Baby Boozer in the top 3 picks of the NBA draft?
Well, from what I've been gathering, it's all based on the teams. Like if the Wizards are there, they're not going to take Boozer because they've already got Sarr and now Anthony Davis. Yeah. But he's going to be in the top 4. Like one of those 4 teams will take. I mean, he's that good. I mean, if the Wizards were 4th and Boozer's left, I think they're just still going to take it.
You have to. You can't pass up on that kind of talent. Yeah, which won't happen if he gets out of the top 3, something went horribly
No, he's
wrong.
good. I was surprised with his. He's a pretty good passer.
Yeah,
of the
7
ball
assists
as well.
in that game.
Yeah, and some of them were kind of. I didn't think he'd see those guys or actually pass it when he's like driving through the lane. I'm like, okay, like he's got some game. Yeah. I like him.
Well, now with the NFL and now the Olympics officially over, is this New Year 1 seed for sports? Are you watching a lot of college BB?
Because I mean, just even kind of like following some of the scores, you just see like upsets. But like that Houston Arizona game was awesome to watch. But yeah, it's getting end of the season's coming. Teams are fighting to get like off the bubble. They want to like maybe win their conference. The conference tournaments start. Like these guys are getting into it.
I mean, you're burying the lead. The number 1 game that was played on Saturday, man.
What's that?
It was Nebraska Penn State.
Oh, I was hoping you didn't see
Nebraska Penn State, baby. What was the final score? I'll give you. If you could get the score within 5 points in the difference, I'll get you another Ollie Pop.
I think the last time I checked, I think the score was something like 55 to 31.
Here's how about this? I'll do anything. So the betting odds were Nebraska was favored by 17.5. Did Nebraska cover?
They did.
Yes, they did.
They probably won by 27.
Ooh, close. 23. Wow, I love the confidence you give us. 87 to 64. Just spank them Nittany Lions. Spanked him like Sandusky spanks. We'll just say. But yeah, I mean, like I got to do a little Nebraska talk. We got to talk about the Iowa, a charge and that fan that came right up into Hoiberg's face.
Yes.
Did you hear about that? And he smacked the phone out of his hands. Did you hear why Hoiberg actually had a pretty reasonable reason behind it? He has a freaking pacemaker.
I know.
And he's like, I see somebody running up to me with a phone. I've been told numerous times that a phone could set my freaking pacemaker off. Knock the crap out of his face. We talked about charging the court and how you just can't freaking stand it. It's like, what's it going to take?
Dude, the Duke UNC game.
Yeah. Punch the freaking coach in the face.
Yeah. Of course, the UNC police are like, we didn't see anything.
No, of course not. Yeah. Scot-free.
Yeah. No, it's going to happen. And it's just, Yeah, we called it here first.
Yeah. You see some coaches trying to kind of please. You saw the UCLA coach, Mick Cronin, ejected his own player. That's the first time I think I've ever. Maybe that sounds like a Bobby Knight move right there.
Dude, and the best part that I love, because Mick Cronin, he's one of those guys that I just can't stand. I mean, look, he's like 4'8", so the Napoleon complex is
huge,
sky high.
yeah.
But he's an absolute embarrassment to watch on a sideline. I mean, he goes ballistic.
Yeah.
But I love Tom Izzo. I know a lot of people don't like Tom Izzo. I do like him. But it was so funny because it was against Michigan State. And after the game, like Tom's like, well, that kind of sounds like what Mick would do. So I'm not so surprised.
Can we somehow make it possible for... Because UCLA is in the Big Ten now. Mm-hmm. Maryland's in the Big Ten now.
Yeah.
But DW lives in Florida right now. Is there any way we could get him to a UCLA game so he just go, Mick the Dick, Mick the Dick?
I think if we paid a little bit for the airfare.
Yeah, maybe the airport. Or just get him on a train.
Or some gas. Yeah, train fare, gas money.
Give him a place to crash.
I would. Yeah, you can stay here.
Just dangle darkness. Darkness is coming.
Yeah.
It would come. Yeah. But, I mean, yeah, there's a lot of... I mean, we had the... Hoiberg smacking a phone out of a fan's hands. The St. Louis VCU, local VCU. Let's get some VCU action. A little fight, little fisticuffs at the end of that game.
Did you see how that happened at the end of the game?
I did, but please describe it for the listeners.
Oh, my gosh. Well, so VCU was leading for, I think, most of the game, and St. Louis went on an epic comeback.
Yeah.
And St. Louis is up by 8, and they're just doing the whole dribbling out the clock. The game is over, and for the life of me, I need a sports psychologist. I need someone to explain to me why some people just feel the need to go and try to like steal the ball.
Just stir stuff up.
And like, so the VCU guy tries to steal the ball and kind of bumps the St. Louis guy. And of course, another guy on St. Louis doesn't like it, so like checks the VCU guy.
That was a body check. That was a hockey grade body check into the scoring table.
It was. And then, of course, like the bench is clear, and VCU literally finishes with 4 people on the court. It was like 1.1 seconds
and
left.
Again, like you said, it was
over.
Out. Yeah, the game was over.
Please. Like, I honestly need someone to explain to me why, like Mick Cronin, like
I was like, where's Mick Cronin when you need him?
Like throw his own player out.
Yeah.
Why do guys do that?
I don't know. They lose their head. They get it's a competitive atmosphere, and you're salty that you're losing. I'm sure there was a lot of trash talk going on in the game.
Of course.
I'm not condoning it. I don't think it was a smart move on either parts. But at the same time, like I'm kind of with VCU. It's like I don't like having to watch you just run out the clock. You're being lazy with it. Maybe you're talking a little bit. I'm going to steal the ball. That's something I would do. I would steal the ball and just put a layup.
God,
it's like,
I hate you.
I know you do. But that doesn't mean you can just body check me. I stole the ball.
Yes, it does.
I stole the ball.
It does.
I stole the ball.
The game is over.
Doesn't matter.
Then you know what? The ref should just, then the other coach, the losing coach should just say, call it. Just call the game. Let's go. Shake hands.
Yeah, that's what you say. You say if the game's over, they just call the game. I'm saying the game's not over.
Okay, the game is over. So what? So here's what happens, right? So you don't want a guy just dribbling the ball. So then what happens if the guy, they're up by 8 with 8 seconds left, goes for a layup or a dunk and dunks it? What happens to that guy that dunks it or goes for a layup when it's over? He gets mauled. It's a lose-lose situation then.
Yeah, well, he did get mauled. He got body checked into the freaking scoring table.
But it's like, but you see guys get angry when the game's over and that guy goes up for like a posterizing dunk at the end.
Well, no, that's just it. Well, he'll get jawed. If he went up for it, I wouldn't go for a dunk. 1, because I can't dunk. But 2, I would just go in layup, get the points, and be like, all right, maybe we get lucky. Maybe we do a Reggie Miller and we scored 6 points in like 30 seconds. Who knows? Anything can happen. Come on, you know the guy from
But the guy from VCU wasn't actually like trying to steal it.
You don't know that?
Yes, I do. You just watch the body language. He was just trying to be a pill, a pester.
Yeah, that's why I can resonate with this. That is me. I'm a pest.
Thank God you're on my team. Oh my God, I'm so glad. I'll tell you this right now, Brandon, I'll be dead honest with you. If we somehow weren't on the same team and we were on different teams, and you pulled some of the stuff that like you would pull, and then I don't know if I could ever have become friends with you. Like I needed to be friends with you before I saw this.
Oh, well, I'm glad. Yeah, well, you remember me, like we talked about in our first episode how we met and how I was just grabbing flags. You would have hated me just harassing you in the backfield and just at the last second pulling that flag off you, and you'd just be so bitter.
You know, I'm going to say this. I used to be like a pretty modest guy. But look, I remember we played a couple of like a friend group that we hung out with, kind of like when you guys had all left and they stayed down at school and played like that 4v4 flag football.
Okay.
And the whole season, they saw that, Tri-Pi was on the schedule. And so they're like, man, dude, Jason, I know you're fast. Like, but I'm going to grab your flag every time. Like, you're not going to get by me. You're not going to do anything. Dude, they weren't even within like 5 feet.
You couldn't even get close, yeah.
I'm not going to lie to you. Dude, I would have run circles around.
Oh man, this will be one of those like what ifs.
Like you and Seabear were grabbing all those flags. I think I would have like split in between you guys. It would have.
We'll never know.
I know, but I love it when people say that. Oh yeah, I see you. You're not like moving like that fast. Yeah.
Listen, I know your tricks, Jason. I know your tricks. I know you like to do this little wiggle with your hips.
I know, right?
Now I see what Calissa sees in you. All right, I get it, Soko. But we can table that competition because we got another competition of it. You know, we're gonna have to have a pod wager.
Yes.
On our March Madness brackets.
No doubt.
And I have my ideas. I'm sure you have yours. But you know what? We like listener involvement. We want them to be a part of the punishment. So this is everybody on the pod listener channels opportunity. Text us, email us. If you have our numbers, I mean, you're in rarefied air that you can text us. But email us. Give us your ideas of what maybe our punishment would be. Let us know what you think should be the punishment that the loser has to do if we are on the loser side of the March Madness brackets.
Okay.
We have ideas. Let's not give them any.
No.
I have a few. I'm sure you do too.
I do.
I'm sure yours has something to do with long distance running that I'll just die doing.
I mean, that's one that I don't think will happen, but it's in there.
Yeah. But, we'll see. We'll see if we have any creators. We're not going to promise that we're going to do the one that you recommend. But, hey, if you impress us, we might have no choice.
That's true.
Yeah, so please let us know. We'll get our March Madness brackets out. We'll do a pod on our picks.
Yeah.
And we'll see where we differ, who we think. I think, no shock, I'm probably going to have Nebraska going farther than you do.
Depending on what their seat. Well, I mean, they've lost like 3 games now.
4 games now.
4. Yeah, I'm going to have them losing first round.
So we lost to Iowa.
Yeah, they're going to be like a 4 or 5 seed at this point. Oh, if they're like a 5 seed, that 12 over 5, that's a guarantee.
That's going to be
12.
tough. Yeah, I'm really hoping we get to that 3. If we can somehow squeak out a 3 still. Because we're still...
Depends on how they do in the Big Ten.
We're in the top 15. We're ranked 12th right now.
No, that's a 3 seed.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So... But if we like bottom out in like the Big Ten championship, if we get knocked out in the first round, that'll be tough. But we'll see, and we'll go into the March Madness and the craziness that it is. One team that we grew up watching in March Madness was University of Maryland.
Yep.
Not a lot in basketball right now, but man, if they advanced to other curriculars,
yes.
Have you seen the flatulence study that UNM is doing right now? University of Maryland. I mean, it's in the DMV. We didn't go to University of Maryland, but there's still some pride there.
Man, I love Gary Williams. I
love Gary
that.
Williams.
Oh, that.
Lonnie Baxter.
Oh, Chris Wilcox.
Quan Dixon.
Steve Blake.
You stole Steve. I was going to say Steve Blake.
Steve Francis. Did you say him?
No, I didn't say Steve Francis. That was before that whole group.
I know.
Yeah, we had some pretty impressive people kind of roam in the halls right there. But no, now Maryland, or University of Maryland, is going to be put on the map for developing a new technology to count the number of times people toot, fart, pass gas, whatever you want to call it, each day. New York Post reported that previously, scientists believe, and I want to see if you can guess this. Scientists had apparently been tracking this because that's what you do when you go into science. You want to know about farts.
Yes.
On average, how often do you think the scientists found out on average how many times people, toot every single day?
25 to 30 times.
Wow, okay, that's high. 14 is what they originally thought. 14 times a day is what they originally thought. How much are you farting?
Maybe I need to be part
Jesus
of this
Christ,
study.
Yeah, it's like, what are you eating? But here's what will make you feel a little bit better, but University of Maryland reported that apparently the number is actually closer to 32 times a day. So there you go. You're kind of average in that regard. But the team has created smart underwear. Not like Bluetooth, and no, you can't like stream stuff from your undies or anything like that. But they're wearable devices that snaps into regular underwear and detects increased hydrogen levels. Did you know that toots are made of hydrogen?
I do now.
Well, now you know. This is why greenhouse gases. It's because you're ripping it 35, 40 times a day, man.
I'm to blame for global warming.
Global warming. Yes, absolutely. They said the previous lower estimates were based on self-reporting. And people's varying ideas of what counts as farts. Because like that little squeaker, that's a toot.
Yeah.
Maybe, you sneeze and the little air escapes, that's one too.
Sometimes a little more than just air escapes.
Whoopsies.
And you're like, whoop.
Yeah, that's a sea bear story we can kind of go in there myself.
I was thinking the same thing.
It's like how many trash cans around the world are holding some soiled sea bear underwear right now? My God, it's got to be upwards of 5 minimum.
He knows the number too.
Yeah, he does. He's like, and he knows the trash cans too. He can't go back to that one.
Yeah.
No, but. The underwear, I wonder. It sounds like a strap-on. And when I first read this, I was like, "Is it like are they making their own, or do they get a partnership with like Under Armour or like Fruit of the Loom?" And they're like, "Will you make our two-trekking undies for us?" And then were they like banana hammocks, or was it like boxer briefs? I wonder, can you do this with boxers? Probably not. There's too much escapism. It's got to be tighties, tighty whiteys. Is the way to go.
Yeah, you got to be tight on.
Tight. You got to enclose that hydrogen. Release.
To get like a good reading.
So without asking you what you wear, knowing what you have to require, would you be a good person for this study?
My wife would tell me, let's say that I am absolutely someone who needs to do
patient
this study.
Zero for this study.
Yeah. A high protein diet sometimes has its downsides.
A lot of fiber in that diet right there.
You got to add some fiber, but yeah, it's just one of those where sometimes you can't help it.
Well, like University of Maryland is doing their best to try and class this thing up. Apparently, they're calling it for the participants for its Human Flatus Atlas. It's called a Human Flatus Atlas.
Okay.
They got a little rhyme going there right there, where they're going to measure the gas patterns of hundreds of people in case you're interested. So are you going to get in touch with UMD and be like, I got you. Like, bring that smart underwear this way.
I think if we can find a good science that can maybe help the humankind, then I'd absolutely love to do my part.
Well, that's the other question I have. Is what's the purpose of the study? Like,
I was just going to ask you.
Like, why do we need to know how often people are ripping it?
The only thing I could think of is, I know within men, the colon cancer is on the rise.
Okay, it is.
So maybe there could be a correlation there that, could catch it even earlier.
So the more you toot, the more you are at risk? Is that what
maybe,
you're thinking?
or maybe it's like how you toot might signify something in your diet that maybe you could change.
Okay, they're like, that was...
Too much fiber.
Too much fiber.
Or too much like magnesium.
Now, is the smart underwear also going to track volume or stinkiness, or is it just going to be like the how many times? Like, and is it going to be graded on a scale? It's like, well, that was more of a 1, that was a 10.
Yeah,
like that one had volume, girth, and and ripeness.
I like to think if they're really all in on this thing, it's got to have all that criteria.
Yeah, right? I mean, you can't just go just by how many times, because what if they're all little silent but deadly?
I feel like they got to try to track scent more than anything else.
Okay.
Because I think that
would be more for diet.
Yeah.
Right? It's like if it just was ripe as all get out, you're like, you need to change something.
Yes.
Something's not right in that gurgle that you got going on there.
Yeah.
But if it's like if it's a little bit more effervescent, the stench.
It's just like, what do you got, like a little bit too much hydrogen built up in there?
And then do you have to, like, can they just take the equipment that you snap in, or do they got to take the whole undies, and then you're going to be embarrassed when you got, like, skid marks? You're like, hey, can I wash these before I give these back to you, or...
Like, I could just imagine some of the people that want to do this study are just wanting to just try to like rip like the biggest
I know
they could. So it's like you're gonna end up kind of having a little bit expelled out of there.
No, but seriously, like, yeah, if they're really looking for hundreds of people, they just need to go to like a local frat.
They
just
do.
go to a frat. Everybody will be dying to be a part of that study.
They would probably pay you money.
Can I have some of your smart? How much does the smart underwear cost? Yeah.
Like, and then they'd want to see, like, well, can we track, like, at the end of the week, like, who had the most? Who was the smell? I mean, yeah, it would be so easy.
It's like, oh, it was Kurt. Kurt had the ripest one, man. Congratulations, Kurt. Let's do a Kurt search. He's been on Facebook for, what going on about 30, 35 minutes now?
Yeah, we're like an hour 40.
Okay. And nothing.
Oh, my God.
No response.
Typical Kurt.
Yeah. Yeah, nothing. I did it at 8:38. We're about an hour and 45 in right now.
He's supposed to be a friend.
Yes, some friend. Yeah. But going back to the flatulence, I hope they find what they're looking for, I suppose.
Like, then, I mean, could you just imagine, like, if you were in college, think of, like, freshman year and going to, what was the name of the food court outside of Santoro? Was it just Santoro, like the dining hall?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. It wasn't called that. God, Seaver's going to kill me.
Either way.
I got a funny story about that, too.
Of course.
Spare time.
But yeah, just think of like going in there and being like, I'm just going to want to have like the nastiest, like, what am I going to have?
Yeah.
And
that was ground zero of one of Seaver's incidents, was in that dining hall. We were waiting in line, I think it was for like a waffle.
God, what was the name of
and
that place?
He was like, oh, he did that Seaver face like, eh. And he'd be like, oh, he's like, oh, and then he just ran. He ran to the potty. And then he came back. He looked a little bit looser, a little bit more free, and he was like, I did a bad thing.
That was the first one?
That was the first one that I was present for.
Maybe
now, you live with them, so you probably caught a lot more.
I think there's at least two I can think of.
Okay.
Yeah, one, like, definitely, like, just out it, I think, like after work, like, at a bar, and it was the same, like, oh, and then, oh!
Yep.
And he's got I'll be back. He's like,
well, we all know what that means.
Yeah, I know.
It's like Seaber's making another deposit in the trash can.
But yeah, don't be careful if you throw something away.
It's like, what are you eating? It's like the opposite of hair mitts. It's like, I will not have what he's having.
See, that's the thing. Like the college kids, I think it's just drink like a bunch of beer.
Yeah,
and then eat like a bunch of oh my God,
just greasy food. Probably just like
I'm gonna steal it from like Jim Gaffigan, but it's like, I mean, diarrhea pocket.
Like, the hot pocket.
Hot pocket. Like,
hey, Jim loves the appreciative shout out. He's like, I made it big. I'm on the UNO now, so yes, I've made it. Jim Gaffigan.
And we don't even expect anything in return.
No, it's just a free shout out.
Jim Gaffigan.
Jim Gaffigan's good.
Yeah,
I like Jimmy. But no, yeah, we're trying to figure out if this is a good study. I think it is. If it's towards like the protection of greenhouse gases, sure, maybe that has something to do with it. Because we gotta worry about.
I was gonna say, all we need to do to get rid of like our global warming is just build like a rocket that just moves us, the planet, just a few inches.
What a great idea, man! Did you think of that up all by yourself?
I think I did. I must just be like that smart.
For a second there, I thought you were gonna say we build a rocket and then we just trap all of our toots and put it in the rocket. We shoot it off to the sun. It's just a huge hydrogen bomb right into the sun.
Blow the sun up.
Oh man, but no, we got to worry about that. We got to worry about people. We got to worry about the animals, the farm life. I'm very considerate to all animal life.
Me too.
But unlike some places in the world where I guess they'll just do anything for a quick buck. I don't know if you saw this story coming out of, I'm going to say China.
China, yeah.
That they're just looking for any kind of cutting corners when it comes to farm life. And have you heard they exist? See, Jaber, flying pigs exist. Have you?
Only in China.
I told you about this. It's like they're way ahead of the game. They always are. They I don't know how they catch onto it before we do every single time. But yes, there was a sighting of a flying pig in China.
Pigs do fly.
Yeah. But before you guys start looking for like these like mutated pigs with wings or little piglets, or you're thinking some kind of Buffalo Wild Wings kind of bit. No, there was a flying pig that was attached. There was a pig that belonged to a farmer in China that he decided he was going to strap onto a remote-controlled drone because it was far cheaper for him to deliver his farm produce by drone than it was to drive through the mountainous terrains of China. Now, it seems like a great idea, let me tell you. I mean, my goodness. Except the dummy flew the freaking pig into a freaking power line, and it got stuck up there. So there's this live pig.
I know.
It's not dead. It's a live pig that they just strapped its drone to his feet, hung it upside down, and flew it through some mountains, and it's dangling. And this power line looks like it's like 50 feet in the air.
Yeah, it's up there, man. That poor pig is like, I mean, I know I don't have the greatest life, but come on, man.
Well, he's probably going to slaughter, and he's like, yes, I'm saved. No, I'm dangling like 100 feet above air. Yeah, he's like, this guy apparently called himself a modern pig herder. Came up with the idea of transporting his pigs to a nearby slaughterhouse by drone. So talk about insult to injury. It's like, this pig's already going to slaughterhouse. Now you have to give him a freaking heart attack on the way to a slaughterhouse by strapping him to a drone. And this is a big pig.
Pigs are huge.
This isn't like Babe.
No.
This is a huge pig.
Power to the drone for being able to carry those things.
But yeah, it's like, loading them on the trucks was time consuming and cumbersome. And he said he's just going to strap them to a remote control drone and fly them to the slaughterhouse. Idiot.
Like, how do you miss the power line? Yeah. That's like the punters in like the domes that hit the camera, hit that like that wire. Like, what are the odds?
Apparently, this was the maiden voyage. This is the first time he tried this.
Oh, Jesus.
So it's like, he was like, we're just going to wing it. Like, let's try this out one time. Got my best pig on the job, and we're gonna nail it. And apparently, again, to add worse for wear, not only did he have this thing, and it looks like the pig is like on a noose. It looks like he's freaking hung. But it also cut the power to the entire village when it hit the freaking power line. Freaking idiot. Oh, man. I mean, I love the ingenuity. It's like, you know what? Let's give it a shot. I got this super expensive drone. And you got to imagine, it's like, the wife's like, why'd you buy this drone? And he's like, it's to help me with the pigs. It's like, he's a farmer. Why do you have a massive drone if you're a farmer in like, rural, mountainous China?
I think thinking outside the box. I like it.
I mean,
maybe he should have tried to practice flying the drone.
Yeah, maybe he could take a smaller pig, take a piglet on its maiden voyage instead of trying to take a freaking 800-pound pig.
Take like a sack of sand or something that weighs the
bag
same.
Of sand. So it took 12 people over 10 hours to restore power to the area. It cost the repairs. The cost was about $1,400. Apparently, he told the company employees that he got the drone entangled in the power lines due to poor visibility. They didn't let him off the hook, and they found him guilty of flying a drone into a no-fly zone.
Oh,
it doesn't matter that there was a pig attached to it.
No,
just that you can't fly that drone into this no-fly zone. And the video is just hilarious.
Out in like rural China, no-fly zone, huh?
Yeah.
Is there anywhere where you can fly a drone?
God, I wish there's no place that I'm so over the drone lifestyle, except for the Olympics.
Yeah.
We love it for that. But
following athletes or following something specific. Like if you want to, I mean, I do like, what is it? I think like on YouTube or something, but it's just like the 3 hours of like drone footage you could just have like on the background or whatever. And I'll take that. You can do that.
Yeah, like a little scenic. Yeah, you love your documentaries, your nature documentaries. Just having a little drone do that, that's fine.
That's perfect.
But it's like, we're a year or two away from drones just being the new paparazzi, them just flying these things by celebrities and just like getting right up in their face.
It's gonna sound like everyone's just gonna sound like those. Remember the World Cup with the vuvuzelas?
Vuvuzelas, yes.
That drone sound is kind of annoying.
It's the worst. Have you been around one like in just walking about periods, like you're just in a park, you just hear like it sounds like a locust.
We had a friend of ours that got a drone, and it was pretty cool. And then like he actually like flew it from his house. It's probably we're probably like 10 miles away. And he flew it and like put it like over our house and was like, "Hey guys, how's it going?"
You're like, "Get the hell out of here!"
Like, this is kind of creepy.
Yes, it's incredibly creepy. It's like, I know where you live, and now I can watch you whenever I want.
Yeah,
I mean, South Park did it best when they did the whole drone episode. That was hilarious. Yeah. But no, like I'd be perfectly happy if they just outlet drones altogether, unless it's again in like approved sporting events where we can get a better view. Because I'm always down for a better view in sports. But when it starts invading privacy, it starts muddying up airways, when it starts dangling pigs by power lines, enough's enough.
If anything we've kind of learned, beginning of this, we talked about literally the Run League, whatever that was called.
It's called the Run Nation Championship, okay?
We're kind of just getting kind of like dumber as a society. So trusting people with like a drone.
Yeah, with no expertise. Like a 5-year-old can get a drone. And he's like, I'm going to fly it to the moon. And then he crashes it in like a 747 right into the engine.
Yeah, I mean, that is a worrisome thing. But man, I'm not going to lie though. I mean, how fun would it just be if you're just like hanging out, like you're at like say you just got like a big house and you just really want like that drink that's on the other side of your yard and you could just fly your drone over there, pick it up.
That's what kids are for.
Well, I don't have kids. I need a drone.
Well, you got your dog. Teach your dog to do it without crapping all over the place.
God, one step at a time.
Let's worry about not crapping all over the place. Then we'll get to, Jimbo trained his dog to grab beers.
Did he really?
Yes, he did. It's like baby girl Quella, love her to death. He trained her to like go grab. I mean, like she couldn't open the fridge.
Yeah.
But if he like opened the fridge, she'd grab the beer and then she'd bring it over to me. And I was like, oh my God, you've done the peak training for this pup. Congratulations.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. But no, I mean, like drones are the freaking worst. And again, it's like there's like, are sex offenders allowed to have drones? Like, is there any kind of policing that? Because what's to stop a sex offender from just like, all right, let's see where this goes.
Oh my God, that would be so creepy.
Yes.
You just see like this.
Well, it's like when I lived in Hawaii, like when zones started happening, it's like if I'm chilling on the beach with a lovely lady, all of a sudden and she's wearing a two-piece, all his, and I look up, there's a freaking drone right above us, just kind of just scoping us out. Just a bunch of freaking creepers. Yes.
Really?
Yes. Yeah, not so fun and carefree anymore, is it now?
No, it's not. No, it's not. People can't be trusted.
It's like invasion of privacy. Yeah, it's like you have to have like get certified or something. There's got to be some kind of prevention.
I'm just hoping we just don't get to the fact of like drones are delivering our packages.
Oh yeah, we're kind of there almost.
I know. I mean that commercial was like, what was that commercial like 8 years ago now?
Yeah.
Super Bowl with the drones. It took longer than I think expected.
Well, yeah. Well, and again, it's like if some unseemly individual sees a huge package getting flown around by a drone, they're just going to follow that thing, and then when it gets close enough, they're just going to smash it and take the package. They're going
to have their own drone and come swoop in and take it.
You already got those porch pirates that like wait for like a package to land and they just scoop it up before the owner can get it. It's like drones flying these things. Like that's just the next step. And they're going to break all this really, I'm assuming, expensive equipment at the same time.
I know. Yeah, I hate those porch pirates.
Yeah.
Those videos, too, where they get caught and they just, like, pretend like they're not doing anything.
Oh, what? No, yeah, it's just right.
No, I was getting it for, like, a friend. Get the hell out of here.
You're not a friend of mine, sir.
Yeah.
No, like, there's a viral story that came out, I think it was, like, a couple years ago, where this person kept getting their packages stolen off their porch because I guess they lived off like a main street.
Okay.
So it was very easy for people to just walk by and just wing. So he started packaging like his dog's turds in the boxes, and then he'd leave those out for them to just kind of snag. It's like, enjoy the package.
Good.
Yeah.
Can't have hardly anything nice anymore.
No.
I've had to have people like at work that they're expecting like the package to show up like after their shift, and then all of a sudden like Amazon will be like, oh, your package is delivered, and they're like, so can I take my lunch now, and I'm gonna be like a half hour late because I need to get this package because it will get stolen.
Yeah.
They're
like, I have to go because I can't trust the people in the community.
Or it's like
as a whole.
Or it's like I had one kid. He's actually the guy that cuts my hair. He had to leave because a friend of his needed to get like a package taken. I was like, dude, they need to go get it. But like, you're just like of course your boss is mad at you. He wasn't on like my team or anything at the time, but it's like, yeah, he's like, I can't believe like my boss was mad at me for like taking like an hour and a half to get someone's. I'm like, yes, like there's work to be done.
Yes.
Like, do you understand this is work?
Just punch out like for an hour and a half.
It's somebody else's it's not even yours.
Yeah.
I understand you're trying to be like a nice guy, but maybe they need to go get their package.
Yeah. Sounds like somebody's trying to impress a lady.
I mean, probably.
He's like, yeah, but he's just clearly in the friend zone. It's just like, I got to pick up her packages for her while she's on a date with another guy.
Yeah, that would have been me to like a T. Oh, you need me to help you out? Okay, I'll be the nice guy.
Yeah, you were always giving rides to the airport. Yeah, you picking up your boyfriend? I'll drop you off. You know who'd never do that?
You.
Oh, yes, I would never do that. But my brother, Shia Lebouf.
Oh, God.
Shia Lebouf wouldn't pick up nobody for nothing. Man, like
he was loving himself some Olympics. That's what I like to think.
No, it was Mardi Gras, baby. He was there. Apparently, he's from New Orleans. So those of you that apparently live under a rock, Shia Lebouf got a little bit of a tickle of an issue in Nolens. That's what the locals call it, is Nolens. It's not New Orleans.
Trashville.
Wow,
I like it.
Well, he's sleeping, man. Mardi Gras is great. New Orleans is great. Great music, great food. Gotta give it a shot. You don't have to go towards Mardi Gras. You can avoid all the nut jobs, but go check it out. Go see a Saints game or a Pelicans game.
I'll go see a Saints game.
Nothing's more fearsome than the Pelican, Semco.
To maybe see
Strikes
Zion
fear.
Williamson play.
But yeah, so for those of you that are under a rock, apparently Shia was having a great time in New Orleans over like a weekend before Mardi Gras. There's multiple sightings. They all had the same response. This guy's belligerent. He's without a shirt. He's trying to pay with like credit card when we give clear signs that we only take cash.
Was it Todd French?
Yeah, I think it might have been. Yeah,
shirtless.
Shirtless Todd. Yeah. Shirtless Todd Benjamin French. Yes. No. And then of course, it's like you. Like, I wish we could have put bets on, is this guy going to go to jail? Because, I mean, it was bound to happen the way that he was going. And he was not slowing down. And I don't know if you saw the video. There's, of course, multiple videos. Him, like,
I've seen,
the
like,
ambulance. You see the one where the guy gives him, like, a two-piece? Like, bop,
That's the one I saw.
Oof, man. He's a big dude, too.
It's just, like, after a while, like, everyone's just like, will someone please punch him in the face?
Just because he wouldn't stop.
He wouldn't.
Just sit down.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's making all sorts of crazy issues. Apparently, now there's talk about like hate crimes and all sorts of stuff. And it's just like, man, like, have we seen a guy fall so far? He was in Transformers, Semco, with Megan Fox.
I love the first one. That was a good movie.
It was a good movie.
It was.
It's like people would sleep on it, but it's like, it was a Michael Bay production. But it actually got pretty decent reviews. The first one got pretty decent reviews.
I thought it was.
And it was an entertaining movie, and they did a good job. And then
he was so like likable as like the little loser.
Yeah, well, I think that's what kind of got him to this point. It's like he got tired of having everybody think of it's like you're the funny guy. You're witty. You seem smart. Like, just lean into that. But then once he started to be like, no, I'm serious. I'm a serious actor. So you're going to treat me like a serious actor. That's when he dove off the deep end.
Yeah.
Of course, he was a child actor, too, so that never helps. I mean, the track record for child actors.
If you're a parent and you love your kid,
do
not get them involved in child acting.
I don't care if your 5-year-old says, I love doing it. They're 5.
Yeah.
They don't know what they want.
They'll probably be into something in a week.
And different. It's like, every parent, I don't care what they say. It's like, it's about them. And at least it's some sub-molecular level, it's about you putting your kid through this.
It has to be. Like, at that age, and especially when now there's just way too many horror stories out with these kids. I mean, it's just...
It's abuse. I mean, like, every kid, pretty much everybody that's been on one of those Nickelodeon kid shows has said, oh yeah, I was sexualized, or I was abused, or I was given alcohol when I was 12.
Poor who is it? Not Hillary Duff. Oh my gosh. Well, I'll think of her name later. But yeah, did you watch that documentary on Nickelodeon?
No, about the guy that was like, a total predator.
It's just the whole atmosphere. It was just, looking back, you're just, it's one of those where we're like, man, we really wish we could go back to the 90s. Like, it was so cool.
Right.
It's like, well, not all of it was really that great, because the environment that like he fostered was just awful. And yeah, everyone that's been a part of that. I mean, poor Ariana Grande. I mean, she's like 12 or 13 and is like using a cucumber and like just go with that.
Yeah.
Like it's just like, wait, this was what was okay? Like you thought this was like for a kids show? Yeah, that was really bad.
No, yeah. I mean, like you hear the horror stories. I mean, like you said, the Predator, like that guy from the Jake Show, the guy said, like relationships abound, just like insanity that goes like it goes all the way back to like Drew Barrymore. You know, it's like when she said her mom gave her like a drink at like how old? God. But yeah, what's the remember the one that this reminds me most about Shia LaBeouf is the trajectory that Amanda Bynes went down. Do you remember Amanda Bynes?
That's what I'm thinking of, Amanda Bynes.
Oh my God, she's just a nutcase now.
It's hard not to. I mean, she went through so much with that. I'm glad I can't remember his name, but yeah, like she's messed up forever because of all that.
Man. Yeah, and you just you feel for them that they're going through that stuff. I was trying to think of, is there a career path that Shia could go down that's already happened and what he could try and emulate and try and recover from this? Because I mean, he's got a bad track record already. Like apparently he gave like an STD to like this chick FKA Twigs, who was like his girlfriend at the time. Like, you know, he's got obviously a bunch of like domestic abuse stuff. Yeah. It's like, you know, like you said, Transformers, like, you know, he was good in, I mean, Holes was his first movie, and he was the lovable kid, and he was just, you know, like laughing and whatnot. But even as like serious terms, Eagle Eye, that was a good movie. Did you watch Eagle Eye?
I didn't. I wanted to.
Eagle Eye was not a bad movie.
Okay.
And then he did Disturbia. That was a good one where it was kind of like review window. You know what I'm talking about?
Okay.
Yeah. And
Wasn't
then
he
was in Fury with Brad Pitt.
Yeah. I thought everyone said he did
John
really
Bernthal
well in that movie.
And it was like, okay, he's turning the corner, and then he just fell off the rails, man.
Well, I mean, he's battled substance abuse, and I don't know.
It's just alcohol, man. That guy just can't stay away from the bottle right now, man. But yeah, I mean, you know who came out from the who he should really just call and be like, take me under wing, is Robert Downey Jr.
Yes,
like because that guy was unhireable for a long time, and then he finally, and it's like, you know, he kind of just leaned into it. He's like, I'm an intelligent, quirky, witty guy. I'm funny and I'm entertaining, and I like, you know, and that could be him if he just cut it out, man.
He's heading down the Charlie Sheen.
Who's
the guy that's in like Saving Private Ryan that passed away recently?
Tom something.
Sizemore.
Tom Sizemore.
Yeah. Like he's just heading down that road. And
he's just going to be a D-lister, and he's going to get on the reality TV shows, and he's going to live in a house with Vanilla Ice or somebody.
It's just not going to be a pretty end.
Yeah, no.
Which sucks. I liked him.
I thought he was talented.
Yeah. I'm sure he was absolutely talented.
He's just insane.
Yeah. Which a lot of these actors are in their own weird way.
I'm sure something will come out when he's like, he'll probably put out a biography about all the crap he's gone through, and it'll be a must read.
It will, but it'll remind me of I remember a buddy of mine was reading Anthony Kiedis. Is that the Red Hot Chili Peppers?
Yeah.
And he came out with an autobiography. It's just, but it's like after the buddy was reading it, and he was like 3/4 of the way through, and he's like, I mean, it's just, he's on drugs, writes a really good album, then tries to get sober. It's not very good. Goes back on them. Like, it's just like,
it's a vicious cycle.
After a while, you're just kind of like, it's kind of the same thing, and you're just you just keep getting these opportunities, but it's just, you haven't learned anything. Yeah. Like, it's sad, but it's like, it's Shia Lebouf, it's going to be the same thing. It's like, well, I got sober, then I did this and got in all this trouble, and then I got this movie, and then like I got right, and then I went off the wagon again, and it's like, good Lord, like, but yeah, it's got to be tough though. I mean, especially like, I feel like the lead singer of a band or something, and your best work was done when you were
you're like I want to chase that again.
And then when you're probably sober and you're just like, this just doesn't hit like these songs did. I don't know.
So maybe Shia was drunk through Transformers, and he's like, "I'm chasing that greatness again. I need to pound some brewskis."
Maybe. I mean, it's always crazy amount of actors that are like Matthew Perry doesn't remember like 2 full seasons of being on Friends, and I'm like, you know, I try.
R.I.P. Matthew Perry.
I know. I'm just Debbie Downer with.
Yeah, just death everywhere in this episode.
But it's just like I sit there because my wife likes to watch like Friends like in the background of just when she's like doing things around the house, so it's on a lot. And it's just like I try to sit there and like look at him. I'm like, is this like the season that he is? And like
you could tell because he gets like he bloats out and then he gets rail thin.
He wears the glasses. Yeah.
It doesn't even look like the same person.
But it's also like, but you act just fine. Like you really wouldn't notice it. But yeah, it just seems like quite a few of these actors are just like. What's his name? The guy from Mad Men. Like, he was a drunk.
Don Draper?
Yeah.
John Hamm?
John Hamm's
got some skellies in his closet, too.
Yeah, apparently.
Heard about it, like, the thing about it when he was in a frat, I think in University of Missouri.
Okay.
Yeah, apparently he, like, somebody said that he took the claw of a hammer and he, like, drug him around by his privates.
What?
Man, we're really taking a dark turn on this. Can we lighten it up? Can I tell you about this one, since we have a little bit more time, can I tell you about this one school that I think Semco would be like, can I enroll? I graduated 25 years ago, but can I please go to this school?
Let's hear it.
Yeah, so there's this school in, is it China again? Hold on. Vamp for me while I'm doing this. It's a school in...
You know what my favorite subject in
there you go.
Was?
Keep it going, big guy. Taiwan. It's in Taiwan. So at the Ershui, I'm probably ruining that, Ershui Junior High School in Taiwan, it's not enough to be successful in the classroom. Apparently, before graduation certificates can be signed, a student must scale a 15-meter high rock climbing wall. They take 6 climbing lessons each week to prep for the test, and it says that if you do not scale this 15-meter, which I think is like 4 stories, it's like a 4-story climbing wall, you don't graduate from junior high school. Would you want to go to this school?
Absolutely.
Would you recommend all of your friends and their kids to go to this school?
Yes, I absolutely would. I loved it. In our middle school, we had like the rope. We had to climb the rope.
Yeah.
Oh,
Did you have to, though? Did you have to do that to graduate?
It would have been better if it was to graduate, and then some of those people that just half-assed it up there.
I wasn't allowed near the rope because when somebody was up there, I'd be like, shaking the rope. It's like earthquake, just like Ace Ventura: Pet Detective, the second one, When Nature Calls. Earthquake check. He's good. With my help, he could be the best.
I'm glad we met when we did. Because I don't know if it would have worked out.
You probably would have like plummeted and just crushed me. Like I was like, I'm aiming for you, dude. If I fall,
that would have been the goal. Yes.
But I mean, 15 meters—that's no joke. I mean, I saw the rock climbing wall, and it's not like it's not like that guy that just climbed the
Alex Honnold.
Alex Honnold. It wasn't like the grips were like this big, and there's a lot of grippies, and of course they had a harness on and everything like that. So it's not like you're death defying or anything like that.
No,
but I think it's cool. It's like it builds adversity. You gotta conquer that dragon, and it gives you that kind of mindset.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, that would never fly in the U.S.
Oh well, we're getting closer. I mean, the presidential fitness is back.
Yeah. You love the presidential fitness.
I do.
Yeah, we talked about this already.
I know. 8-time.
Oh my god.
Winner.
Yeah. Did you get to go meet the president, or did you just get 8 certificates?
8 certificates.
Do you still have them?
Either I do or my parents do. They drove up like they came up like 4 or 5 years ago and brought like old yearbooks. That might have been part of it. So I think I do have them.
Mr. and Ms. Semico, if you have them, we need them because we are going to start recording video on this, and I need those in the background of Semco's shot.
All the presidents.
All the presidents. I don't want anything else except for the Ego bobblehead and your 8 presidential physical fitness.
I'll be happy to put those up.
All right, please.
But yeah, mom, dad. Well, dad. Mom doesn't listen anymore. I don't know.
What turned her off?
Well,
what was the breaking point?
I won't say that. I think maybe my dad is probably like, hey, start listening now.
Now. Wait, not here. Not here.
Now.
Now for 25 minutes, and then you have to stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's probably just more like the sports. Like, she's just like, I don't want to hear what.
All right, she'll be ready for the flatulence University of Maryland story then. That one's for you, Miss Psycho.
I mean, they did really like the talking about the Shamar Moore and his side piece and that whole drama. The thirst trap. Did like that whole drama.
All right.
The drama. Do like some of those.
So they'll like
stories.
the Tony Clark.
Maybe a little bit.
We'll get some more salacious.
We need more like details on that. You're right. It was hard to kind of find. They're
This
really
is
trying to like keep it.
tight-lipped.
I think Major League Baseball knows like because I'm sure once again, it's probably just like the Shamar Moore where everybody knew what was going on. And like the stories will probably continue to come out. And man, will it just be funny if there's like a restaurant that somehow has like I still can't believe that her meal, Shamar. It was like a tofu sandwich.
Yeah, it was a flatbread pizza. It's like cauliflower flatbread pizza.
Get out of here. God. That should have been your first sign that, like, this just isn't going to probably work out.
So, ooh, that's your choice?
Yeah.
Oh, I've made a huge mistake.
I'm not going to lie. If I went out to, like, a pizza place and girl I was with wanted to order, like, a cauliflower meatless pizza, I don't know if there's any legs that this thing's going to
You're asking for the check right there.
Yeah, probably.
Would it be, like, you can say this now because you're happily married.
I am.
You don't have to worry about the dating scene anymore. Would there ever be a time when you were on a date where you would cut out? Like, I'm going to the bathroom and then just not come back.
No.
You're too nice.
I'm too nice to do that.
Yeah.
But then the whole time I'm sitting there, I'm just like, what's the best way I can and fastest way I can get out of this?
What's the bare minimum time that I have to be here before I can say, whoa, it's getting late.
Yeah.
Big day tomorrow.
I did. I won't say who it was, but I did go on a date with a bunch of people in our group. Kind of like know her. It's the sister of someone. Yeah. Well,
no.
It's not Molly French.
Oh.
It's not. No. I don't want to get struck.
No, not in the face. Not in the face. No, yeah.
But no, and it was just. I like met her and briefly we interacted and it seemed like
interacted. You're so professional about this. We interacted.
We had a little conversation.
Was that what it was?
And it was just kind of like, hey, I think I'd like to go out with you. Oh, man, we were like, I don't even think we got to the restaurant.
Just
and I just
incompatible?
was kind of like, yeah, I don't think this is going to work out.
So you like in the car ride, you're like,
Like I felt like I had to like drive the conversation.
That's the worst.
And that's not me. Like it's just That's
where you got old Beagle here.
Yeah.
I'm the driver.
This is the most talkative I really am.
Yeah, it is. I think we get it out of you. This is your week's worth of commentary, and then you're done.
Yeah,
you're like, I've hit my quota.
Yeah, and then I'm just gonna start like scrolling through stuff and just texting. I won't talk to anybody else.
I'm sure your wife loves that. She's like, "How was it? Fine."
Yeah. Seriously. Yeah, that's all.
So you want to talk about? No.
Like, what do you have to say, honey? Like, what story did you find? Like, what did you see in the news? Come on, talk to me.
Come on, what's the juice? Give me the juice.
But yeah, when I had to realize I had to like lead the conversation, I wasn't really like getting anything out of it. I was like, I'm just not gonna. It won't work. Like, I can't carry the relationship with the conversation.
Yeah.
And so it was just kind of like I felt kind of bad. Kind of like ate the meal. Kind of like hurried to get out. But it was like one of those where it's like, so like, what do you like about work?
Oh my God, that's the worst.
And then it would be like, but it'd be like the shortest answer. What do you like? I felt like I was giving like a job interview or something at that point. And I'm
that's
like, trying to give you like, I'm having to think of like open-ended questions so that like it gets them talking more. I'm like, well, this just isn't going to be successful.
You're like when you're like literally pulling teeth trying to get a conversation going. Yeah.
So that just didn't quite work out. And, fortunately, they kind of exited the friend group rather quickly.
There you go. You blew up the friend group. Way to go, Semco. Well, our friend group, I swear to God, everybody at least has one Eskimo brother in our friend group. Except for maybe you. I don't know if you have an Eskimo brother in the friend group.
I don't think so. No.
No Eskimo brothers in the friend group?
No.
Outside of our friend group, do you have any Eskimo brothers that you know of, that you're familiar with? You and Broadfoot have to be Eskimo brothers.
Well, since you do say that. No, there was definitely one.
See,
there.
there you go.
Yeah.
Everybody likes to have an Eskimo brother.
Yeah, it is odd. I thought you'd feel kind of like awkward about it, but there's like this weird. You feel more personal with the person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of odd.
Were
Were you the older
Yes.
brother in the Eskimo
Yes.
brothers, or were you the younger brother?
You mean did I go first?
Yes, that's what I mean. Jesus Christ. Try to be coy.
Blowing that right up.
So you were the older brother.
I was the older brother.
All right.
What about you? I mean, look, you bring it up.
Yeah, it's true. I was the younger brother, and worse, I was Seabear's younger brother. So that was not great. Didn't work out. Couldn't live up to it.
I'm power for you for trying.
I mean, hey, I thought she was the one at the time. Yeah. It's like, I know you've had the best. We'll try out the rest. But I think out of all of our friends, I think Seabear has the most Eskimo brothers.
I don't think you're wrong.
All right, thank you. Yes.
But yeah, that
That tracks. I mean, it's not by a huge margin, but
No, I will definitely say, there's like times where like I'll tell. Actually, now, like when I first started like dating my wife, I'll kind of like tell stories of just some of like the shenanigans we've kind of gotten into.
Yeah.
And it's funny, everyone comes out as like nothing but like a huge player.
yeah, that's true.
Just like
But we're not. We're so not.
I know it's like a lot of times we're always had a girlfriend.
Yes,
for most of
serial
it.
daters.
Yes,
we were. Yes,
yeah,
not one night stands.
No,
we like to be invested in our relationships,
which I think came like a huge shock. I don't know. It's one of those where like I've grown to realize I think our group of friends we're a bit like different.
Yes,
we come off like in a different way, and it's kind of hard to understand that like we're actually outside of when like we're all not together. We all hold pretty well jobs.
Yes,
we're all like very respectful and nice.
Yes. But when you get us together, it's just chaos.
It's just absolute wreckage.
Well, it's like that's why like because the core group like in college, and I can't believe we're going down this we didn't really intertwine or intermix because I felt like Seabear and I were very similar in a lot of regards by both being incredibly handsome. And very comedic.
Yes.
We kept being entertained, but for some reason we always drew different pursuers, I guess you could say.
Okay.
And same with Willbilly. It's like I just knew not to compete with Willbilly. I was just like, I'm just not even going to.
That's not even worth the
like,
time.
No, it's just whatever. I'll take your leftovers or whatever. But it's like between our group. We never really were fighting with the same people because we all kind of fit a different model.
That's nice how it worked out
right?
that way.
Yeah.
You probably wouldn't be friends now if it were the other way.
No. There's a couple times where, no, I don't think so. I don't think we ever really kind of button heads for a lady friend.
Yeah.
So that was nice.
That was always difficult going out with. You mentioned him before, but yeah. With Broadfoot, it was just kind of like...
Because you guys are both kind of like sizing up the same lady?
Not all the time, but there just would be those times. And, like, that's when he... Like, I love competition in sports.
Yes.
That was, like, his competition. He would, like, ratchet up. And it's like... talk about, like, the lingerer that would just...
Oh, man.
Be all over. I'm like, okay, you know what? Like, I'm going to bed.
Is he the time where he's like, if I can't have her, I'm just going to kamikaze this for you?
Basically,
would he do that? That's the worst.
Yeah.
Come on, Broadfoot. You're better than that.
No, not.
No, he was not. He was not.
One of the many mistakes you make in college.
Yeah, it's like,
whatever.
You live and you learn.
Yeah.
I kamikazed, or I tried to kamikaze me and Jimbo's friend one time. And for no reason, then I guess I was just bitter. We were on this was when I was living in Hawaii. And we were on a kind of a booze cruise. The name speaks for itself.
Yeah.
And we ran into these girls, we lived in Hawaii, so this was just peak, like, whatever, fish in a barrel, that type of thing. Because there's always tourists, people just traveling and visiting and whatnot. So, of course, we, met a couple ladies that were celebrating a bachelorette party on the booze cruise. And I was with my Jimbo, and we were both unattached at the moment.
Okay.
And another friend, I won't name him by name because I'm not going to try and get him in trouble.
Oh, it wasn't Dusty.
But, no, it wasn't Dusty. Well, we can pretend it was Dusty for this one. But we went out, and he was with somebody at the moment. In fact, he was married at the moment.
Oh, wonderful.
But yes, well, he was very wonderful from, happily married. But anyways, so we were out, and all the girls, like, I was off my game. They were all just had a shine for this guy. And
not for you?
Not for me. I know. It's a shock.
They're crazy.
Crazy. Yeah, what's wrong with you? You need glasses?
Go back to
whatever it is. I mean, again, he had stuff going for him, so good for him, man on him.
He was married.
Yes.
Single women love married.
I don't know what it is. It's like, I think he told them, and he didn't announce it, but maybe they just felt safe. They're like, oh, he's married. Yeah. They don't do anything. And I got so bitter. Of course, it was a booze cruise. At the end of it, it's like they invited us back to like where they were staying and whatnot. And I just started like just trying to kamikaze everything. I was like, "You're married. What are you talking about?" I was the worst. And he's like, "I'm not even doing anything. What the heck?" And of course, that definitely made me more attractive to these women. Let me tell you.
Oh yeah. You played your cards perfect.
Just slam dunk that thing. Pretty much to the point where Jimbo even said, "You gotta go." Yeah. I was like, "All right, fine." It's like I'll go watch Frisky Dingo reruns and enjoy my night. Thank you very much. So that was I gave you a rare glimpse at one of the only times the Bigo struck out.
It happens to the best.
It does.
I mean, Wayne Gretzky didn't score every time he took a shot.
Sometimes you have to give an assist. Although apparently I was trying to block shots.
Yeah.
I was blocking. Blocka. I was a soccer blocker. Yes, got it in at the last second. But yeah, man. So we did it. We made it to another 2.5 hours.
I know.
I stretched this out as long as I could.
Boy. I knew we were in trouble when the Olympics. It was
we got
40
there.
minutes.
When I cracked open the Shia Lebouf can, I think we're at 2 hours, and we could have stopped there. But this is the meat. This is what people wait for.
This is. I love now how like Spotify. It's not me that does any of that.
I know,
it's
but
the
it
AI.
chops it up for you. So
and I just got to believe that everyone just kind of looks at that, and it's just like
you pick what you want to listen to.
Oh, they're talking about like some relationship stuff in here. Yeah, let's tune into that one.
Well, the other reason I was stalling, I was hoping for a response from Kurt Emre, and I hate to say it, 2.5 hours in, zippy.
I'm not surprised.
No, afraid not.
Bit.
But we'll see. I'll keep you up to date. We'll talk about it on the next one, see if we got a response. Maybe if we don't, maybe it'll be Semko's turn to ping him on Facebook. Do you even have Facebook anymore?
I don't. It's like my old C&U account.
Yeah.
I don't know the password. I don't know.
You don't even know how to log in.
And I don't know what the other... I'm actually... It's probably one of the happiest things ever was when I got a new phone and had to try to log in. And it's like, well, we're going to send another email to verify to this email address. I'm like, I don't even know I had that email address. So I was like, well, I guess I'm screwed.
Yeah.
I'm not missing anything.
I mean, dude, getting unplugged from social media might be one of the best things I've ever done. Yeah. But sadly, if we want this thing to have legs,
I know
we're gonna have to get back into it.
But that's a good purpose to kind of have it.
Yeah, get all the trolls. I can't wait to read all of the hate mail.
I know. Oh, I've been thinking about that. I'm like, man, like, am I gonna brush it off, or is there just gonna be someone that's just gonna be like,
there's gonna be some like king troll that knows just your weak point and they're just gonna pick it apart. It's like, this guy sounds like he's got a big nose. Like, damn it, how does he know? Oh my god. No, but we encourage all listeners, haters, lovers.
It's a listen. At the end of it, you're helping us out. You're putting some any publicity is good publicity, right?
Yeah. Just like the whole like haters for Lindsey Vonn. I was hoping we get some free pub.
Oh man, I'm waiting. I'll be honest. I'm waiting for the day when it'll never happen. But I'm like waiting for the day when like one of these like ESPN, Fox Sports guys, when like the NFL draft does go away, and the guy can be like, I first heard this on this podcast I listened to.
No, that's never going to happen.
I know
they'll never, even if they did, they'll never give us the credit.
They would never give us the
Absolutely
credit.
Not. No. But a guy can dream.
I know.
Yeah.
But I'm keeping the receipts, the timestamps on everything.
You got it, man.
Because you heard it here first.
Yes. I heard it here first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But No, it's been this has been like another wonderful episode. I
Always
think
is.
Do you have any last words?
No, man. Again, another sports chapter has ended in 2026. Done with football, done with Olympics. So let's gear up for some combine action, which I'll watch very little of. Some CBB, some college b-ball.
I'm big. I'm gonna think big into
getting closer. Yeah, we're gonna get close to the conference championships coming up fairly soon.
I love the conference. I love the one automatic bid conference championships. I mean, because those kids
are just fighting.
They're just. I mean, look. Lately, teams that have made the dance from them have done some damage, like St. Peter's. But generally, they're not going to, and it's just going to be their one like claim to fame to get into like the NCAA tournament. So they go so hard, want it so bad. And that's just what you love to see.
Yeah,
that's what you.
These guys aren't getting drafted.
No.
They're not, like, this is their Super Bowl. We talked about this. This is their chance to continue, and a lot of them are seniors, and they're like, this is my last chance to play basketball at this level, and I don't want it to end. And it's like, that's the true love of the sport that you can't help but root for.
That's why, like, it's, well, I don't know. At some point, I'm like, if you want like 9 years of eligibility.
Oh, no, yeah, we're not going to go down that rabbit hole. But yeah, so CBD is back. We're going to get, not CBD, CBB. Maybe I'm on CBD. The NFL Combine. We got the MLBs starting back up. We got baseball coming up.
Our draft is March 21st, I think.
It's less than a month away.
So we've got
Or is it a month away? Oh, a month away.
We've got some talkings about that.
Yeah, I'm way behind. You've been doing mock drafts. I've done half of one. I got to get on my mock game.
Just do a few. Don't do so many of them.
Mocka-blocka. I'll do that. I'll just block your mocks.
I really hope I'm not drafting anywhere near you.
No, you know. I'm in your head. This guy, this is the guy that Simcoe's looking at right here.
Yeah, I know. You and, like, Dwight. There's always going to, like...
Yeah, I don't like... who kills me every year in the draft is Nate. Nate Dogg,
yeah.
He's always around me, and he's always looking at the same guy I am.
Actually, yeah, last year, he was legit, because I picked, like, all hitters, like I always do in the early rounds. But
Spoiler alert.
But I had my eye on, like, 5 or 6 different pitchers, like, later on, and I literally was like, well, I'm going to, like, draft them, like, 2 rounds earlier, because, like, I just want them. Well, Nate drafts them 3 rounds earlier.
He's like, heard that.
I'm like, oh my God, like, I want one of these guys. And, I mean, thankfully, he went, like, 50-50, like, on them.
As you do when you go pitchers that late. You know,
I know.
You're just grabbing quantity. You're like, hope a couple of these guys kind of hit through. I'm still mad at you for getting Hunter Brown last year because I was going to get him.
I know.
So mad about that.
Yeah, well, I couldn't because after I dropped him.
I know, and I picked him up.
And he
crushed it for me. And I forgot. I was like, nobody knows how good he did except for me. And I forgot that maybe the guy that dropped him is still keeping an eye on him. And, of course, it was you. Son of a gun.
Best part about that was I had no intention of taking a pitcher in that round because I was thinking of getting all these different hitters. And since everyone took all pitchers, the hitters that I didn't think I had a chance at certain times, like, were still just sitting there. So I just loaded up, and I was like, wow.
Now that I have all these hitters,
I was like, I guess I'll take a pitcher.
I still blame Will Billy for doing this. Will Billy makes sure to panic. Everybody knows Will Billy's going to, like, and he, like, spoiler, Will Billy, I'm going to ruin your draft study. He already committed. He's like, I'm going back to it. I'm going first 10 picks, pitchers.
Is he really?
Yes, he is. I've already, spoiler for everybody that's listening in, if Will Billy's coming up and you got a pitcher in mind, you better not wait for that pitcher to circle back around you because he ain't sticking around.
I got a challenge for you, Will Billy.
Ooh.
You didn't want to do the kicker off with me.
Oh.
You may not even have listened to the podcast in time.
Probably has.
But, and I'll say this to you, I'll maybe, like, text you. I'll keep picking hitters, and you keep picking pitchers.
Ooh.
And we'll see who blinks first.
Oh, man. See, this is a win-win for me.
I know. The two of us are going to get, like, knocked out.
No, I love it, and I think he'd go for that because I think he'll probably want to get pitchers until the structure says you can't pick any more pitchers.
Oh,
you have to fill these other positions.
I don't even know if Yahoo does that.
I don't know. They used to, I think, but I don't know.
Yeah, that'll be fun though. But I would like to do that.
Yeah. Well, I can't wait to see it, my friend.
I'm going to have one hell of a hitting arsenal.
Yeah. I'll just trade you my 5th best pitcher for your 3rd best batter.
I'm not doing any more trades. I'm not doing any more trades after last year.
Really? Okay.
I thought I fleeced Todd French.
Remind everybody what the trade was?
I was going to get Hunter Green. No, Hunter Green? Yeah, Hunter Green.
Hunter.
And
he was TV's Hunter?
Nice.
I got it in.
And Marcell Ozuna and I had Bryce Harper and Tyler Soderstrom already as first baseman for Matt Olson.
Ooh.
And Ozuna had 2 amazing years.
Yeah.
I just needed half of those amazing years.
Yeah.
I didn't even need him to give me that. My offense was good enough. He just essed the bed.
Cratered.
I don't know what happened. He got benched like 2 games in a row.
Fluky as all get out.
Oh,
man.
my God. And then like Hunter Green went on the IL a decent amount. And, of course, Matt Olson turned. And Bryce Harper sucks. I hate him. I literally, all I needed you to do, dude, was hit like 25 homers and drive in like 90 runs.
Something you used to do in your sleep.
I didn't even need you to have MVP quality, like caliber at bats, and you couldn't even do that for me. And then Soderstrom, he was Mickey Mantle for like 2 months, and then just sucked.
Yeah,
I don't know. Fantasy baseball, these sports they just anger me. Get me to an early grave.
Turn you into Shia Lebouf. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, but we've wrapped, man. I got
know.
nothing else, man. Do you got anything you're looking forward to?
Life.
Hey, man. Amen to that, big guy.
No, I'm just looking forward to another fun week of sports. I'm looking forward to what we're going to talk about next week.
Yeah.
Throw in, I think we need to have a good little story time.
Okay.
Perhaps.
Okay.
Kind of a little light on the stories.
All right. I gave you the sea bear pooping his pants.
Oh, you did,
I gave you the Bigo Blocka, Osaka
Okay,
Blocka.
that's true.
I gave you, I feel like there's one more. That I
Yeah, you
gave
did. Okay.
I gave you gold. I gave you the Eskimo brothers. Like, you got to start giving me the stories. I'm
Okay.
giving you all the juice.
All right, I'll give you some.
Come on.
All right, I got a week to think.
Think about it.
Well, that's another episode of Undrafted and Overconfident. Thanks for hanging with us, the 2 friends who've been arguing about sports for 20 years and still can't agree on anything. Hit that follow button, drop a rating, and email us at undraftedandoverconfident@gmail.com, and we'll see you next week. Different takes, same nonsense. Thanks, y'all.
Peace.